I don't know what happened. I got reported or something, but that shit gave me a violation. I was like, oh yeah. Oh no, we gonna end this. When you get that violation, it ain't even worth it. Might as well end the live at that point. I did. I got flagged 100%. I don't know what I said. I don't think they could actually flag me. I mean, I don't think they would have actually like suspended me because I didn't do nothing, but I just didn't want to risk it. So I was like, fuck it. I was just like, fuck it. End the live. We'll end the live and get back. What up, Jay? Dang, a new one of these. This shit broke. Oh, no, it didn't. We got action. Yeah, Dante, I've been really on one today. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I got flagged. Once that flag came up, I was like, I ain't about to risk it. I'll just end it, start the live, or we'll do a new prompt. I'll spin the prompt back again another day. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But hey, I got once that flag came up, I was like, I'm out. I ain't about to play with TikTok today. TikTok always be on some bullshit. They've been hating on me. They've been hating on me tough. They really have. The TikTok peoples. It ain't even an app necessarily. Yeah, I know. I didn't say nothing. I don't know what I said if I did say anything, but for them to flag it, I must have said something. I must have said a trigger word in there, or somebody reported me. So I don't know what I said. But yeah. Yep. But I feel like this is more kosher. It's more, yeah. Yeah, the ops be opping. The ops be opulent. Yeah, I don't know what it was, DJ. But hey, let's get into it, man. I like this prompt too. I don't know. I got fucking 30 prompts ready to go, so it don't really matter for me. Are men and women both responsible for the divide? I'm sure. Both genders are responsible to end this stupid gender war. That's an interesting take, Sky. What makes you say that? I want to hear this. Seal Beater says, more so women. I would love to hear that. Come on up, Seal Beater. We'll mute you for the live, though. You can come up and get unmuted if you would like. Sky says she lives off grid. I got you. You good. What other responsibility can we be possibly have? I don't know. I've been trying to find your live on consent. Is it on YouTube? I think so. I got 2 lives that aren't on YouTube. Consent wasn't yesterday. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't know what the name of it is, though. I'll find it for you. Are black people responsible for intersegregation? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. But I say it because we both have to learn to work together as equals to make this world work. Women already know how to work with men. Women see men as equals. Shit, I would even argue most women see men as superior, but if it ain't most, it's a lot. Most, if not, at the very least, a lot of women see men as superior. So I don't think it's women that have the problem with seeing men as equals. Men don't see women as equals. That's what it is. Sky is ain't nah, impossible. But I think this yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tiffany. Most women are conditioned to think that way. No, men are not superior to women, but sadly, women are conditioned to think that way. Most women have internalized misogyny. So there you go. Let's see. Glad Torres said it's both. Come on up, Glad Torres. If you can, I'm gonna mute you for the live. If you come up, you can get unmuted though. Don't worry about it. If not, I get it. I hear you. Best place for breakfast in LA. In LA, I don't know. I'm in Long Beach. I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea. Am I taking 50-50 chasing Amy? I don't know. Should I take 50-50? Come on up and explain it. Is it 50-50? How could it be 50-50? Aaron Smith said, this guy's from LA explains a lot. What does it explain? Oh, Long Beach from LAX is like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe on a bad day. Like 15, 20 minutes. It's close. It's really close. Oh, okay. We gonna mute. We just muting everybody that just, if you could comment, you could definitely come up. So I would love to hear the what's going on. Them niggas don't be knowing. He's from LA. That explains a lot. What do you mean? If you can tap, you can yap. If you can't yap, you shouldn't tap. Yeah, we muting. It's a mutiny. Hey, we got a mutiny on our hands. We got a goddamn mutiny. I'm muting y'all. Mute too. Like the Pokemon, homie. Get your ass muted. Immutable. But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. I would love to know. So here's my thought. Here's mute any. Right, Tiffany? We muting any. What's good for early morning breakfast in Inglewood? Inglewood got some spots. You over there, you can go to Westchester. They got spots over there. Goddamn, the mall right down the street. There's a bunch of shit over there. There's tons of shit. I would Yelp that shit. I wouldn't even listen to nobody. I'm big on the Yelps. But nah, I ain't got no secret for him. I don't know about LA like that. Pans. Oh, there you go. Pans is dope too. Yep, that is a lit spot. So here's for 5 hours. You want it tomorrow in the morning or now? You want to eat breakfast for dinner? Man, breakfast for dinner be fire. I ain't gonna even hold you. So my thoughts on this is this. First of all, there is no gender war. You guys already know off the rip. There is no gender war. There's no battle. Oh, okay, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, there's no battle. There's no fight. It's just oppression. Gender oppression is the thing. Crew season. I don't know what that is. Crew season. I don't know if I've heard of that. So there's no gender war. So I don't think that it can go both ways. If there's no gender war, it can't go both ways. A men's podcast. Okay. I've heard of it before. I probably even seen a clip of it actually. Crew. Okay. If it's a podcast, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Exactly. We at step one admitting it's a problem. People are talking about it's a goddamn gender war, but it ain't. How's it a gender war? Where's the back and forth? I'm not understanding. Where's the back and forth? I don't see it. So there is no gender war. I don't see how women can be responsible. I don't see how, it goes both ways. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know how we get to that point. But I would love to know what responsibility does both or either party have in closing the divide. I want to know. What is the responsibility for either party? Is there any? Is there a problem? Definitely ain't no war. What up? What up? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where's the war at? Where's the two-way street? I don't be seeing it. You don't think women have a responsibility? Yeah. Lackluster, flaccid, non-responsive men, existing season is canceled. Yeah. Gender water fight. Nah, Lux, it's like women are showing up with water guns and men are showing up with real pew-pews. Men showing up with AKs and women showing up with water pew-pews. Like, that's what's going on. The women was like, hey, I thought it was a water fight. Like, God damn. I was going to pull a little drive-by on my scooter. Y'all got motherfucking B-2 bombers in this bitch. What is we doing here? I wasn't ready for all of this. That's what I'm seeing. And the craziest thing is like that's not even just for women. Like that take isn't even just for women. That take is for children. That take is for LGBTQIA folk. That take is for, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that you could apply that to. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no war. There's no like war on rich people. Where's there a war on rich people at? I wish there was. You know what I mean? Like when people say eat the rich, I wish people really had that mentality. I wish we actually did that. That'd be dope as fuck, right? We might actually get somewhere. But where's the war? So imagine like rich people being like, there's a war on billionaires. Where? Where? I'm definitely on the list. I already know that. Where's the war on billionaires at? There, like more billionaires were made during the pandemic. Oh man, the wealth transfer was crazy. Like $2.5 trillion wealth transfer. A lot of people were made billionaires, and a lot of people were put in poverty during that transfer of wealth. Right, the middle class got weaker, and the poor's got poor, and the wealthy got more wealthy. That's what it is. The insanely wealthy got more wealthy. That's all it was. Asking for fair wages is war. Yep, that's how the men's be looking at it. How dare they ask? They ask for some monies or some concessions. It's war. It's war. We gotta start all over again. We gotta get back. MAGA, y'all, MAGA. It's war. Like, damn. How did that happen? Asking for free lunch in school is war. That's where we at with it. Asking to have reproductive rights. War. Asking for child support. War. Men and women divide what? What do you mean? The divide between men and women. Men and women didn't divide anything. Men and women are divided though. We actually didn't divide anything though. CRT. Oh man. CRT is war. Asking for men to listen to women is war. That's right, Denise. Can you just listen? Asking men to not overtalk women. These uppity ass women. What's next? Both men and women divided us. That's an interesting take. How did that happen? I can't wait to hear this explanation. Both men and women divided us. Please, Lord, elaborate on that. I can't wait to hear that. I can't wait. I really need to hear it. I want to hear how women divided us. If anybody gonna tell me, just tell me right now. How did women divide us? I really want to know. What did they do? What did women do? I want to hear this. What did women do? What did women do? Well, women and men were divided way before women started getting degrees. Give birth to them. Jesus Christ. What did women do? I really want to know. Picking the wrong man, Jill. Come on. Now, if somebody say that shit, we just got to laugh at that point. Stop lowballing yourself. I want to know. Help me. Tell me. I'm waiting. What do you mean you agree? What do you agree with? You just said men and women. You just said elephant in the room. You just said men and women. Women are responsible for the divide too. How are they responsible for the divide? I'm curious. You know, it's been crazy. I've been having this like ongoing discussion with people about the phrase like decenter women. And it's one of the oddest discussions I've had in a long time, because I feel like people, like I hear what people are trying to say when they push back against it, waiting to be treated as a human. Waiting to be treated as a human and not property is clearly too far. That's a bridge too far. That's what they hate. But because you agree with me. But so here's the thing that I've been saying. So we've been telling men to decenter women, right? And oh, you agree? Well, hey, come on. Hey, look, I invited you up one time. I'll invite you up one more time. I hate having a discussion from the comment section. I can read a comment here and there, but I don't want to have it in the comment section. All right, we just mute you for the live. Then you can come up and get unmuted if you want to. Men definitely center women. Men definitely center women. And here's the thing. Here's what I've been trying to say. So if y'all would tell a pick me to decenter men, if you would tell a pick me to decenter men, no, which let's think about it. Pick me's don't necessarily like, they don't really like love men either. You know what I'm saying? Like they, you know what I mean? Like they don't, they want men for their own, they enable men. They don't like build men up necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really what they're not in that business. They just want to be validated by men, or they want protection from men, or they want acceptance from, like they're doing it for their own selfish intentions, right? But most of us would understand if you were to tell a pick me decenter men, right? Okay, cool. But when I say decenter women, when I tell men to decenter women, now all of a sudden people start saying men don't center women, and I'm like, we absolutely do center women. We absolutely do. That's the thing. We do, and we do it. It's unfortunate that we do it that way, right? It's unfortunate. It's not. It's a problem. It's a problem and an issue. Glad, what's going on?
So, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Damn, I got something in my eye.
So I believe that men and women we both have responsibility. Now,
Okay.
at the beginning, it was obviously meant to divide us.
I could barely hear you. Sounds like you're really far away from your phone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
I feel like at the beginning of times, man did it. Of course, they divide us. But now, I think us as women are allowing it.
And how can women
And
stop it?
Well, we raise kids, so we have to be more like aware of it and probably heal our traumas that cost everything. Start from that so we could be good moms, so we could raise good boys, so they could treat women as equal instead of less, I feel.
You think that mothers don't try to teach their sons that?
I do, but at the same time it doesn't happen because we were raised a certain way. You know, we as women we believe that we are raised to serve men. I know it's not how it is, but that's what how we were raised. So
Who
we
who
teach
raised
that to
who
our boys.
who raised you like that? You think okay. I don't think most women, especially now, are teaching their
Yeah,
daughters
not now.
to serve men. And I'm saying like the millennial like I don't think most women are raising their daughters to serve men. But
No, not now, not
no, no,
now.
no,
But
I know,
it's
not now. But
still.
listen, to what I'm saying. But I think that most women, if they, I think most women do have that idea, but it's not from their mothers. They get it from society. So it doesn't matter that their
Yes.
mothers didn't teach them that. Society is teaching them to.
Yeah, but
Society is teaching them to do
society are
that.
women. Society is women.
No, it's not.
So
No, it's not.
men and women.
No, the people who have the power to teach that are men. Okay, Taisha. Yeah, women have that power. I mean, men have that power. Men are the ones
So
who
for
can who control
like
that. Yeah.
and I say it because I have boys and girls and I could see the difference between raising a boy and a girl. Like I'm raising my son to see his girlfriend as equal. Like she's not less than you. She has as women, she has some stuff that you don't have, like mentally wise. You know, like yeah, you're physically more stronger, but she's probably mentally more stronger. As a woman, I know that we are stronger mentally
So
than most men.
do you think that your son at one point in time, if not already, you don't think he's going to exhibit some misogynistic characteristics?
Yeah, I know he is.
And where would he get those from?
His dad
Where's his dad?
here.
Oh, okay. It just was weird because I'm like, you guys aren't on the same page on that. You're not gonna teach his, you know what I mean? Like, is his dad actually unpacking his misogyny and working on it, or
Um, no, it's like so. I feel like my husband was raised that way, and even if he's aware, there's still something behind it.
no?
There's
That's
still
fair.
words.
Yeah, I'm not saying you got to be perfect, but I'm just saying like, is he actively unpacking his misogyny and making sure that he is like, watching how he talks and speaks and moves around your son? That's what I'm wondering.
Um, yes, but it's still not there 100%. Like I hear you talk, and I know you're 100% with your emotions and what you're feeling towards women. And most men are not like this. That's why they fight you. That's why they argue with you
I
because
be
they
fucking
don't
up.
think that way.
I be
You what?
fucking up. I be fucking
Oh,
up.
of
But
course,
but
but you're aware of it,
yeah, I try to be. Definitely I try to be more self-aware. But I'm
and
saying
that's the
so
difference.
but I'm saying even in your situation, because initially you said that women can teach the kids, but you just said you're teaching your son, and then I asked you, would he, do you think that one day he's going to exhibit some misogynistic characteristics? And you said yes, and I said, where's he going to get it from? Because he ain't going to get it from you, right? And you said his father. So there you go. So how was that your fault? How was that the fault of women? What are you supposed to? So here's what I'm saying.
Well,
At this
well,
point,
whoa,
at
whoa,
this
whoa, whoa.
at this point, the real like the only thing that you can do is leave your husband, which I'm not advising or anything, but I'm saying like that's really all you got is like leave your husband, leave, you know what I'm saying, say unless you are going to really work on unpacking your misogyny. Do not treat me like that. So on and so forth. Unless you like really draw a line in the sand, what can you do?
So like, yes, you're right with what you're saying, but like, for example, if my husband would say like a comment or something, I'm aware what he's doing and what he's saying. So I tell my son like, no, that's not how it is. That's not what women like. That don't guide for what your dad said, because at the end of the day, he doesn't know. I'm a girl and I know. So I'm there, but a lot of women don't raise their kids like that. They treat them like babies. That's what I'm trying to say, like with everything. At the end of the day, we as moms treat our boys like little boys until they're like freaking 20 or something. A lot of women have always something to say about the daughter-in-law, for example. If she cooks, if she cleans, if she does this, if she does that. We raise them like that. We
Okay.
allow them to think that women are for cooking and this and this and that. A lot of women do that. That's why my comment was, yeah, because we allowed that. Like, I'm not allowing that for my son because I don't believe in it, but I know a lot of people, I know a lot of women that do. And we have to stop that.
I just think that what I'm saying is even if women stop doing that, I don't think much would change. That's my point. I'm not saying that you can't do that, right? Like, fine, do that. But what would that actually look like if most women did what you're saying to do? How would it change the world? What you know what I mean? Like, what would happen tomorrow?
Man would be more aware of it. I feel like, for example, my son is aware of it. So he's gonna raise his son different than how my husband is raising him.
Okay.
So that's a start.
Yeah, but
that would happen in every family, because it took us many years to be where we at now, and it's gonna take us many years to change how our mentality is now.
Do you think I'm gonna tell you? I mean, as a man and having boys, raising boys, I'm gonna tell you something. Just my observation. I don't think that your presence is strong enough to override your husband's presence. So if your husband is a misogynist, your son will probably be a misogynist. Like, I don't care what you say to him. Like, it ain't gonna work. More than likely, I'm not wishing that on you. I hope for the best, but I mean, because I see it, I watch it play out. Like, with couple your husband's presence with society, right? Like, you don't really stand a chance. Your message doesn't really stand a chance at the end of the day. It almost doesn't stand a chance, even if your husband wasn't there and it was just you there and you were teaching him everything and da 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 da. But then he goes outside with his friends and all of his peers are misogynistic. He's gonna be misogynist. I almost guarantee you. Like, there ain't no way to avoid it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm not understanding like why it would ever come to a point where I'm like, well, if women just put their foot in the ground and just talk, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it wouldn't make things better in some nominal way, but I just don't think overall it would actually get us to where we need to get to. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think women are the like linchpin in all of this, where it's like, we just really need women to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm not seeing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm looking for, I think. So, yeah, but I hear you, though. Like, nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course, women could do better because women have internalized misogyny. And, of course, they're coddling their son sometimes, most of the time. Yes, cool. But and even if you do that.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I do believe that because, like, my mom, she raised me to be a wife, right? That's how we were raised. So that's how she was raised. But I'm not raising my daughter to be a wife.
Yeah, okay.
So I think I'm raising my daughter to be, so like, like what you're saying about my husband, I allowed a lot of stuff from him because that's how I was raised. Now I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it, and I'm taking actions. Yeah, of course, but it took me a long time because I was raised a certain way to believe certain things about men. I'm not doing that to my daughter anymore. I'm not doing that. So when she raises her kids, she's gonna raise them differently, or she's not gonna allow a man to come into her life, like for example, like my husband did, or what society taught me. That it's not gonna happen because she's not gonna be raised the same way I was raised. My mentality is different now.
But why? But why do you think that that would happen if you're with the man in the family and he is actually not on? You know what I
Well,
mean? Like
like
he
I'm
would
not
have to
with
be on
him.
board.
Like he's still my husband, but I'm not with him. But he's still around the kids. He's still the father of the kids, of my kids, and they still want him around. So
I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
he's
gonna
their father.
change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
that's
That's
not
it.
gonna
Yeah.
change.
But you guys aren't physically in the same house anymore.
No.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that'll help him not being there every day, I guess. But yeah, I just don't. I'm still not seeing like how women, like how it goes both ways, or how women can do. Like I don't see what women can do that much. But like I said,
Well,
I ain't gonna argue with you because I do think that like if perfection is what we're looking for, then yes, by all means, we there's room for men and women to grow. But I just don't think that the thing you're saying would actually make that much of a difference in the world,
I
as far
don't
as this is
think it would
concerned.
make I don't think it would make much of a difference in like 20 years, maybe in the long run, but not in 20 years. But I mean, I don't see it any other way because men just don't care. Men just don't listen. They don't, it's not gonna happen. They want us to go back to how we were like 19 freaking hundreds. That's what they want. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to care for women. They don't want to see us as equal. They hate women. A lot of men hate women a lot.
Yeah, that's facts. A
So it's
lot.
not gonna change. It's the change is not gonna come from men. That's for sure. It's
But
not gonna happen.
it has to. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not going to.
So it's never gonna
Reality
get.
is reality.
So it's never gonna get better. Because if it ain't gonna come from men,
Um,
it ain't gonna never come. It has to come from men. That's what I'm trying to say. It has to come from men.
it
I
has
don't
to.
see I can come
It
from women.
has to, but it's not going to.
So
Like
let's
people
give
say
up.
how.
Yeah. So let's give up.
Yep. Yep. I mean, what I'm saying is like I feel like that's the only solution I could see in the long run because I don't see any changes for men. Like I think things are getting worse by the minute, especially like when you get in TikTok and you see the comments about like when I don't know, a woman gets killed because she cheated on the husband. You like, do you read all the messages about that? It's horrible
All
what the
that, but
men say.
I don't read all the
Like
messages, but yeah, I've seen those.
that, it's crazy. It's crazy that they're so happy that he killed her
Unalived.
unalive. Yeah. Instead of being like, you know what, she wasn't worth it. Like you should have just left her. You could be on with your life. No, they're happy. They're like, that's what she deserved. This and that. Like you could see all the hate that they have on women, and it's so sad. Like really sad.
Yeah, that's true.
And we as women are allowing that in our own house. They're coming in our house. They're coming in our space. We are allowing that.
Yeah, you are allowing that. If you allow a man to come in and do all that. But I just came up here to ask you, can you take me off mute in the
Yeah.
comments?
For what? Why would I do that? You could, if you could tap, you could yap. That's the discussion. So yeah, after we get, if you want to have a discussion, you saying you want to have a discussion, or you trying to drop? Because that's not going.
I just want to comment like everybody else.
Nah, we don't like that.
But
We
I
don't like
mean,
that.
you're not inviting other people up here.
I know, because I don't want to create an echo chamber. I invited Glad up here. She came up.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I did. I invited her up here. She didn't have the invite on, but I told her to come up, and she came up. So there we go.
I just want to chill in the comments.
I got you. You can't. Hey, here's the thing. Here's how it works. If you say spicy stuff in the comments and you disagreeable in the comments, then let's have the conversation. Right? But if not, you know what I'm saying, then it's all good. Just sit back and watch the show. You can just listen. That's fine. I think that's fair. That to me, that's fair. Because I don't like
That's not. That's like you forcing me into a corner to talk.
I just can't have the conversation with you in the comments. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't talk to you in the comments. But you can listen, though. I'm with you.
Wait, I'm gonna be real brief. Are men and women both responsible for the divide? Yes. A long time ago. You okay? Okay. Going back to slavery, I'm pretty sure they stripped us of our language or whatever, which caused the lack of communication skills between both men and women or whatever. You know, they forced the English language on us, all that good stuff.
Are you talking about black people specifically? Because white people spoke English. Because
Yes, black people specifically. This is my perspective that I'm
so this is only about black people. There's no divide between white men and white women or Asian
I
men
know.
and Asian women.
Okay. Okay, cool. You don't want to go that far back? Cool.
No, I don't mind going back to slavery, elephant in the room. What I'm saying is that I just want us to have this.
I'm gonna meet you where you at. So
Okay.
where you at, right? I feel like it goes back to something I previously said when I was up here, which is attachment styles, right? So, are you aware of the attachment styles?
No.
Okay, so there's 4 attachment styles. One is secure, one is anxiously attached, one is dismissive avoidant, and then the other one is fearful avoidant, right? Anxious attaches the traits you will find in women, which is, emotionally available, they have anxiety, all this good stuff. Dismissive avoidant is characteristics you will primarily find in men, which is they shut down, they dismissive, they avoid conflict, all that good stuff, right?
Okay.
Fearful avoidant, those are the aggressive men who
Yeah.
have that push pull method.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're not aware of this, you can trigger one another.
Yep.
And I feel like because we all just don't want to talk about it, we avoid conflict, I think that causes division. We lack awareness of each other, and
So how would any of that play into men, let's say, like taking away women's right to an abortion?
I feel like that's stem from insecurities. I mean, don't want to, and a lack of accountability. It's all about, again, personality. Those traits that I mentioned. It's all intertwined in that.
Politically, you're saying attachment styles have a place.
Psychologically.
I know, but I'm saying politically though, because this is like I mean, the thing that I named was like a policy. So how would those two things be connected? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because I'm not just talking about within a relationship, even though if I were to talk about, we could talk about in relationships too. But just overall, from a holistic standpoint, there is a divide between men and women, and the divide is the oppression that men perpetuate against women. So I'm trying to find out what.
Again, it goes back to also insecurities. A man don't. See, that's why I want to come up here. Can you turn the comments back on? I feel like
Can I say something about that?
The comments are on.
Go
ahead, Glad.
For me.
So I know exactly what she's saying. I know exactly because at the beginning when I started, I said if we heal our traumas, that is exactly what I was thinking as what she's saying. And you should look into them if you're not familiar with what she's saying. I think you might kind of understand where she's going. I know where she's going because I'm familiar with the traumas that she's saying, and how they, when we are not healed, all those traumas make us to have a personality.
And how do you heal when your abuser is still abusing you?
You just have to hit rock bottom.
So
I mean, if they're still abusing you, how do you heal? That's what I'm saying.
first off, you separate, right? You take some time for you, become self-aware,
Yeah.
become secure within yourself, um, and I don't know, pour into you, right? Starting to get to know you, love you, um, just do all the things, whatever. I don't know.
But what I think, but what I'm asking is how do you heal? And once again, I'm not just saying in a relationship. I'm trying to figure out how do you heal? How do women heal as a group when men as a group is still oppressing and abusing them,
Okay,
like
so let me say this.
financially
So
or
so then so
politically?
then so then you do all the things I said, then you create healthy boundaries, right?
How do you do that politically? How do you create healthy boundaries politically?
Um Striking, going on strike, boycott, whatever it does. Um Creating a community, unity, all that good stuff. I don't You talking about something more broad than what I'm talking about. So
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying because I think that when we have this is why it's good to have this conversation because I'm tired of people having this conversation from the perspective of a man and a woman dating.
okay, so again, I feel like implementing stronger boundaries. I mean, if women was to stop working or women was to do whatever and actually implement stronger boundaries, I don't know. Do you talking about something more? That's not what your prompt said.
I think that is actually closer to what I would be thinking of, like women striking and organizing and all of that stuff to combat it, on a political scale. But how then, if women are the ones who need to organize and strike and all of that, then how can they also be the people responsible for the divide? Because that's what you initially said was that
Well,
men and women
no,
are
we was
responsible for
having
the divide.
we was having two different conversations. I was talking about a relationship standpoint.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know,
But
but
even then, when I was healing me, working on myself, right? So apparently, I was unaware to the depth of you teach people how to treat you, right? So
do,
I allowed people to treat me a certain way. When I started working on myself and creating stronger boundaries for me, and I started making a change, then my change influenced them to change how they treated me. Does that make sense?
yeah, I
So
hear you.
So what I'm saying is, if women create these boundaries and whatever, I'm pretty sure there's more to it. I ain't really dissect it. I can go dissect it and give you a better answer later, since you're talking about this to this extent. But I feel like
If
once,
if you would if you would like to talk about it in the context of a relationship, that's fine too because it also it a lot of most relationships mirror our society politically, like from the top down. It also mirrors it in a relationship too, right? So, like I was saying, so women are being oppressed, aka abused, politically, and in relationships, the vast majority of women are being abused.
okay, so again, so with me, right? Um, I haven't ever been abused, but
Yes, you have. You have. You told us. You said you got cheated on. That's abuse.
I never said I got cheated on.
You about to lie. You did say you got
No,
cheated on.
I
You
said
did,
I said I cheated.
and you said your husband cheated back.
No, I didn't. I never gave you an answer on that. I never answered you. I dropped before I can answer that. I never gave you an answer
Okay.
because listen, before I dropped, I said, "So are you gonna assume that?" I said, "Because we never had a conversation," and you said, "Well, you never told us da 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 whatever." I don't know, so
Yeah.
I never answered that
So my question to you would be, if he never cheated on you, why would you bring that up?
because that was the topic.
No, it wasn't. If
Ain't
your
no,
husband,
you're moving the goalpost. So what I
I'm
was
not. I'm dead.
you
I'm just
are
saying
because
that.
now you assuming things and you implement things that I never said.
Wait. So was I right when we all assumed that your husband didn't cheat on you? Were we right or were we wrong?
I'm not gonna answer that because that wasn't a key point to the
But you
topic.
can't. But you can't, ma'am. You just said you've never been abused, so you personalize it to yourself. I said you were
Okay,
because you were cheated on.
so
So if you
again,
didn't want it to come back to you, why mention you? See
okay,
what I'm saying?
so again, in my relationship, right? Before I got married, I decided to do the work within myself, right? So again, I read this book called Power of Unwavering Focus. It's about a monk and or whatever. So he went to his guru. He said it was pretty selfish of him to be there, separate himself from his family. So he said his guru put a Kleenex on the table. His family in one corner, somebody else in another corner, and whatever. Everybody was in a corner. And he said he was in the middle. When you heal and you do the work within yourself, you like he pulled it up and he lifted up off the desk. He said everybody else around you elevate. So I that's just my opinion of it.
So do you think that you've never been? I'm not think you've never been cheated on. You've never been lied to by a man. You've never been manipulated. No man has ever physically abused you.
Okay, I haven't ever been physically abused.
You've never been physically abused. Okay. Yeah. But you know there's like many forms of abuse.
Yep, physical, emotional, mental, verbal. Yep.
Financial.
Okay.
But you've never been physically abused, which
No,
that's I'm not talking about physical. I don't when I say abuse, I swear to God, I'm not even thinking about physical abuse because I know the vast majority of men don't physically abuse their women, but the vast majority of men are abusive still,
okay,
right?
but then I'm also say this. I have also lied, manipulated, and
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I know.
oh, I,
Yeah.
as the world, as the world, everybody in the
As the world?
world, yes, as everybody in the world have lied, manipulated.
Well, not everybody has lied and manipulated the person they're in a relationship with.
Oh,
Don't do that.
I'm talking about in general. I'm
I know,
just
I'm saying.
general
Yeah,
speaking. In different aspect, everybody have lied before.
I know, but so you want to conflate or compare you lying on to the police or you lying to your job to you lying to your man in a relationship?
Everybody lie, right? So you can't. The thing about it is, you can't sit up here and act like you're better than when you lied before. If you lied, that means you've been abusive before. It doesn't matter
To
who it
to
was.
who?
It doesn't matter who it was. You've been an abuser.
That's no, that's not. If
Yes,
I lie to my
yes.
job, no, it's not. If I lie to my job,
Is you still are an abuser?
who am I abusing?
Whoever you lied to.
No, you're not. That's not how that works, ma'am. How am I?
How
If
does
I
it work?
if
How
I
does it
look,
work?
hold
How
on.
does it work? How
Okay,
does it
so
work?
I'll explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So if I want to take tomorrow off, right? But I'm perfectly healthy. I just don't want to go to work tomorrow. And I call my job and I tell them I'm sick. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
abusing my manager.
Why not?
Where is the abuse coming from? How are they being abused? How are they being harmed by this?
Lying is a form of manipulation, right?
So, ma'am, listen to what I'm asking you. I'm not denying any of that. The
Oh,
harm has to come from somewhere for it to be considered abuse, though. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Where's the harm coming from?
you are abusing. How can I say this? You are abusing your manager. I guess trust. I guess he trusted that you wouldn't lie to him. He
but they're a manager though. Well, they don't care.
That's still a form of manipulation, which is abuse. It's no matter you're trying to separate it when it's no separation. When you lie,
Can,
period, it's a form of manipulation.
I hear you. Let me ask you a question. Who would you rather, if you were a manager, if you were a manager and a wife, who would you rather lie to you? Your
It doesn't
subordinate.
matter. They're both
Your
liars.
hold on,
You're
hold on,
being manipulated.
hold on, ma'am. Would you rather get lied to by your manager? I'm sorry, by your subordinate, or get lied to by your husband?
It doesn't
Which one would
matter.
hurt you more?
It doesn't matter.
It most certainly matters.
You're being taken advantage of, no matter who who you
I'm
are.
not taking advantage of my manager.
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are. Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
How?
How so?
Exactly. How so? How am I taking advantage of my manager? Exactly. Great question.
You're lying and manipulating him into something that it isn't.
What am I manipulating him into?
Trying to get out of work. If you're in perfect condition, you just don't want to go to work instead of saying, "Hey, I don't feel like coming to work today."
Okay. And why wouldn't I do that, do you think?
Because you're manipulating him to take advantage of the fact that you don't want to lose your job, but you want to take a day off. That is manipulation, and manipulation is emotional abuse or whatever you want to call it. It's abuse.
It's most
So it
certainly
doesn't.
not.
Why? Because you said it way. Or
No,
by
because
definition.
you can't substantiate it.
Or by definition.
Okay, can we just go back to the topic we started?
We're on the topic. I just want her to. I'm just trying to figure out what is she talking about.
It doesn't matter. It's still a form. That's just like verbal abuse, right? People say, "Oh, just because I'm not saying, oh, you a bitch or you a stupid a nigga," they don't think you saying, "Oh, well, you're not very intelligent." That's still a form of verbal abuse. That is that.
I'm
That
not
is.
denying. Okay, I hear that. Like if I were, yes, if
And
I were to call my boss a bitch, yes, I'm being abusive to my boss. If I lie to my boss and I say I'm sick and they go, okay, take the day off, I'm not abusing them. Nobody's being
That's what it
abused.
is. You
No,
are.
ma'am.
Like who definitely. You know what? You know what? I got to give you credit. You are an awesome actor. I admire you. I got to give it to you. I mean,
Okay.
how you why that's ego. You're trying to separate yourself to not feel like you're an abuser.
I'm not trying to separate myself. I definitely have lied to my wife. I'm not trying to separate myself. That's them weird niggas you be talking to. They be trying to lie and tell you
Okay,
that
okay.
I ain't never lied to my wife. I'm gonna be honest. I've admitted it many a times. Think like that that I've have abused my wife because I've lied and manipulated 1,000%. And damn near every other woman I've ever come in contact with when I was dating 17 years ago. Yep, no doubt about it. That you not? What are you talking about? I don't got. What the fuck are you talking about? Don't project that shit onto me. That's
Okay,
what
but
you're
that
trying to do.
but you
Hold on,
just
hold on, hold on,
projected.
hold on. That is what you're trying to do. You're trying to act like you're trying to minimize the fact
You
that
just
you are a
said
liar and an abuser because you
okay,
lied and abused your husband. You
okay.
trying to say we all lie and abuse, and I'm saying absolutely the fuck
And
not.
you do. You just said you do. You just said you
I
don't
did it to
know.
I
You
did it
you
to
you
other
are an
women though. I would never
abuser.
say it about
But
a
you are
fucking
you are
somebody
an
lying. Hold on, hold on, hold on,
abuser.
hold on, hold on. I'm not about to yell over you. What I'm saying is if my hold on, stop coming off of mute, ma'am. I'm sorry. You got. I'll let you speak in a second. What I'm saying is,
Quiet.
hold on, I
I'll be
got you.
quiet. I'll be
Okay.
quiet.
What I'm saying is my wife has never lied or manipulated me. Ever. Never lied to me, never abused me, never cheated, nothing like that, right? So if my wife has lied to her manager or her boss or my or her cousin or so, I don't give a fuck, whoever it was, and told some lie, I'm not about to be like, we the same. Because we're not. I'm worse. That's what I'm saying. It is a completely different dynamic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you're trying to do that though. You're the one projecting. You're the one acting. That's not me. I'm willing to accept that my wife is not equal, that what I've done to her is worse than any lie she has ever told to somebody. I've
Okay.
never seen a lie she told to somebody lead to some form of harm against that person.
Okay.
Ever. Not one time.
Okay. So here's how it works, right? On a spectrum, right, of liars or lying. Everybody's on that spectrum, right? Whether you do little white lie, you tell big lies, or you do the little moderate lie, you still are a liar. No matter how you want to cut it, you are a liar, and it's a form of manipulation.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Not all lies are lead to abuse. There's just no
It
way. I
does.
don't know
It
what to tell you.
just
It doesn't.
okay. Well, that's your opinion.
It's a literal fact.
No, that's your opinion.
Nothing is black and white.
Okay,
That's
that's
just, that's
okay.
in it
So,
of
so
itself. That's stupid.
do you want to go back and forth about what I'm looking, how I'm looking at your perspective? Because no matter what you say, I'm gonna look at it from that's your opinion.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so do you want to move on to the next topic or the next part in the
The next
conversation?
point. What was your point in saying that? That's the thing. How are you? You're still trying to. I haven't gotten. I don't understand what you're trying to say. If you're trying to say, I think this is what I'm getting from what you're saying.
Oh God,
Because you abuse your husband, you think that most women have done that.
no, that's
That's
not.
what I'm getting.
No,
And
I
this.
never
I'm just
even,
telling you
I
what I'm
never even
getting
brought, I
from.
never even brought that up. You
I
brought that up.
know. Ma'am. Listen to what I'm saying.
No,
Because
so
when you
and
talk about
I see how.
when you talk about men and women, even in a relationship, you are trying to act like men and women are equally responsible or responsible. Like men and women are equal parts responsible for the abuses that happen in relationships. And I'm saying that the reason why I think you think that is because of your actions personally. That's what I'm saying. You can say, "Oh, you're wrong." I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you that's where I think you're coming from because are you telling me that objectively speaking women abuse men anywhere near to the same extent that men abuse women?
Okay, so again, you brought my husband into this,
You
right?
did.
No. I was talking about me, and you threw something up from a previous conversation that we had, right? And then you are assuming that because of what I did, I'm assuming everybody's like that. No, that's not what I said at all. But again, I see your game and I see what you do. And this is why I didn't want to come up here.
You don't see what I do. Oh, you ran. Oh man, she's a special one. Uh Black Void, what's good?
How you doing? How's everything?
Good, brother. Everything's fine. What's happening with you?
I'm all right, man. The abuse that men put women through is far worse and far more frequently. But women do abuse men too. It may not
Yeah,
be
we
in the same degree. It may not be in the same degree, and it may not be in the same frequency, but it does happen.
nobody's
So,
denying that.
right. So it's like if men started the fire, women add more fuel to the fire, right? And it
No.
doesn't help anybody because now it's like two wrongs doesn't make it right.
No. Women don't add fuel to the fire. That's wrong. I don't
They
agree with that
do
at all.
actually.
How?
For instance, generalizing all men,
You don't
saying that
generalize all men. That's an oxymoron. You can't generalize all men. General by default means most. You can't
so when
generalize all men. You
so
can't do
when
that.
you
It's
say
impossible.
so when they say all men ain't shit, when they say stuff of that nature, when they say, you know, that's not a generalization.
No. If they said men ain't shit, that's a generalization. They say all men ain't shit. That is a definite statement. That's that's 100%. That's black and white. There's no generalization going on there.
Yeah, but they say both though.
But
They say both.
they're two different things, right?
Yes, but okay. So the reason why I brought this up is because yes, when women say stuff like that, you're discrediting a whole bunch of good men out there.
What good men?
There's a lot of good men, men
How do
that
you know?
women.
How many men have you dated?
I don't have to date
Then how do
men
you
to
know
know
how
that
men
they're
are
good.
good? How do you know they're good to women?
because you could actually literally see it with your
How can
friends.
you see it if you don't date them? Think about what you're saying. So you see it in the bedroom. You see what type of lovers they are. You see when they're washing the dishes. You see how they talk to their kid. Like, you don't see shit. What are you talking about? You don't see nothing.
You can see it through their
You
character.
can't. You can't.
So
You
you tell
cannot
me,
see Black Void. I swear to God, you cannot see. You cannot see if a man is good to his significant other. You can't see if they're good. You can see if they're bad, and here's how. So here's how I tell. When I talk to men and they come up here and they try to gaslight me and they lie on women and they say stuff like you're saying right now, and they try to act like, oh, it goes both ways and women does this and da 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 and all of that shit. And then how they argue their points, I assume that you're probably like this with your girl and you're misogynistic, so you have a disdain for, like, I clock a lot of shit in these conversations about men, so I can deduce from that he's probably shitty to, he's probably not living, maybe not the worst, but he's not good. You're not a good guy. That's definitely, that 100%. There's no way you can be a good guy talking the way you're talking, right? I can deduce if you're bad, but it is impossible for me to deduce if you are good without me being in a relationship with you. I promise you. Only the women can tell you if the men are good. I swear to you, that's the only way possible. You and I don't know.
So you can deduce if a man is bad based on his words, and you can't deduce that if he's good based on his words either.
Because good is different than bad, right? They have different. The weight is different of a good man versus a bad man. They're different. Here's what I'm saying. Men get online every day and abuse women online, right? You know what's abusive language? It goes both ways as abusive language. That's gaslighting because it doesn't go both ways. Another term would be when you ask, like, what are women? What can women be responsible for? What do you want women to hold themselves accountable for? And men say choosing better men. So you're blaming the women for being abused? Crazy. Gaslighting, abuse. Men get online every day and openly abuse women. So why would I assume that privately they're not? You've already abused them openly, so I already know you're shitty towards women. You're at least shitty to all the women online. So you might be good to your girl, but you're at least shitty to all the women online and in the world in general. So I could already deduce from that you're a shitty man right off the rip. But I don't know. But if you got online, like, y'all don't know, like, these men talk about me all the time, and they're right. They don't know how I'm treating my wife. I could be dogging my wife out. Y'all don't fucking know. You can think I'm a good guy. You can think that all you want to, but you don't know. Only my wife knows. My kids know. My wife knows. I would even say my brother-in-law knows because he's here in the house with us, right? They can tell you. The people really in my life, like in my home, they can tell you. But you cannot tell me that there's a bunch of good men out there. You don't fucking know.
So by that same logic, I don't know if they're bad either or if they're good.
I just told you. Sir,
Yeah, but hold on, but
stop. The logic doesn't work the other way, sir.
Yes, it does work the same way, because if I'm not there to vouch and see all the activity that they're good, I can't confirm that they're bad either. Now, you mentioned comments and how some men make comments, and I agree with you. Some men make horrible comments towards women.
Most.
But it works in reverse too. You see a whole bunch of horrible comments made to men.
Like what? What comments do women make to men that isn't reactive, or women reacting to men making horrible comments about them? Tell me. Name one.
For instance, your topic is, are men and women both responsible for the divide? In the beginning of this conversation, women were saying giving birth to men. That's abusive. You don't think that's abusive? Giving birth to men is a problem?
That's a reaction to men abusing women. And they're being facetious. You think they don't love their sons?
Yes.
You think, like, hold on. Have you ever heard a parent say, fuck them kids? Do you really believe they own some, like, fuck them kids? Like, no, they.
Yeah. There's a lot of parents that don't.
There are, sir, do not get caught up in the fucking thing. Don't start doing this. There's a lot of parents who don't. I know that a lot of parents don't like their babies. I know that. But generally speaking, parents who say fuck them kids, I don't think really are like, fuck them kids. I think that it's a joke. I say fuck them kids. I love my babies to death. love them to death. It's a joke. It's not a real fucking thing. A woman saying that, that's tongue in cheek. They're just saying like the only thing we can be responsible for is birthing them. Because what else do you want us to take responsibility for? You took it literally. That's your bad that you don't understand sarcasm.
So I get it. What women say and what women do is reactionary. I completely understand that. But now that reactionary action that they have, it affects a lot of men that actually want to do the right thing as well too.
It shouldn't. If you're a proverbial good guy, nobody can make you bad, bro. Nobody. I don't care what women do. When I say this, listen to me closely. I don't care if I find out my wife been cheating on me for 15 years and I get with another woman and she cheat on me and I get with another woman and I get cheated on for the rest of my life. I will never, as a group, think that women are bad. And that's me getting cheated on by the person that I trust the most, right? I would never ever apply that to women as a group because that's stupid, right? I understand that that's dumb, right? So I would just be like, I got terrible luck. I would rationalize and it would make more sense for me to believe I just got terrible luck and I'm a fuck, some way, somehow I'm just unlucky and I'm attracting women that are cheaters. Fine. But what a lot of men do is I can't even say they get cheated on because most of them don't. But they hear about a motherfucker getting cheated on and they start being like, see, all these women is bitches and they hoes and they just want to fuck every man. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. That's just what you want to believe. Oh, man, when I go on my timeline, I see all these women doing that. I'm like, that's your timeline. That's your fucking FYP. That's your That's the algorithm. The algorithm has figured out Black Void wants to see a bunch of niggas complaining about women and a bunch of women crying in their cars talking about how much they want men. That's what your algorithm wants to show you because that's what you want to see. That's what you want to engage with. That's what I'm saying. I would never, my personal experiences with a group of people, right, or with individual people will never make me think of a group of people as the same, like without any statistical backing or historical backing or whatever the case may be. Because if that were the case, and I've told this story a million times, if that were the case, I would have a positive view of the police. My view of I have been let off of tickets. I have been treated respectfully, especially as an adult, by the vast majority of the police officers I've ever encountered. They've had me dead to rights on a DUI and they let me walk. Like, that's my experience with the police. So imagine if I started getting up here talking about, man, it's some good police out there though, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the police ain't bad. Like, imagine me doing that shit. With all the history, with all the data, with all the facts behind it, me fucking advocating for the police because I've had good experience with 7 of them. You see how stupid that is? That's what you're doing right now. You're like, well, there's some good men out there. What percentage of men are good? 5, 10, 13, 12? It ain't the fucking majority. So why are we talking about it? I don't. It's so maddening how often we keep having the same conversation, but y'all refuse to listen. You got the same talking points. It's the same thing. Use your brain. Think critically for 1 second if you can. How you don't know if men are good. You don't know if men are good. You don't know if men are good. I swear to God, you don't know. What exactly. You got to ask the people who would think that they are good. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You would never know.
So it's depending on who you're talking to.
Sir, if you think you're good, let me ask you this, Milt.
It doesn't matter if I'm good or not. It's
no. I know. Listen to the question.
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Listen to the question before you answer. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, and I'm talking to both of y'all, and I ask y'all, are you good? I ask both of you guys, like, hey, is he a good spouse or good mate? Or I ask you that, I'm sorry, first. I say, hey, do you think you're a good spouse and good mate? And you say, yeah, I am. I'm a great spouse. I'm a great mate. And then I ask her, and she says no. Whose opinion should I hold? Whose opinion would hold more weight in that scenario?
You don't know either person.
Just hold on before you try to deflect. Generally speaking, whose opinion? brother, it don't matter.
So
If I don't know either person, I'm just asking, it's a husband and a wife, and I'm asking the wife if the husband is good to her, and she says no. Should I not believe her?
So why would you believe either one of them if you don't have any facts on the situation?
Because let's use our logic.
You would go
The
for
man,
logic.
y'all
Let's use
can't.
your
No,
logic.
no. Let's use actual logic, right?
Your logic.
you would go
No,
based
it's
on
not
that.
my. Shut up, Jesus Christ! It's not my logic. It's just
Actually,
logic.
It is because
It's
logic,
not. It's how
what
you
you're
think,
saying.
sir. I promise you, I do this all day. It's just an exercise in thinking critically, right? So,
Right.
if you ask the husband, or it could be fuck it, flip it around, and make you feel better, right? Let's flip it around. So let's say you're asking, I'm asking your wife. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm asking your wife if she's a good spouse, and she says, yes, I'm the best. And then I ask you, is she a good spouse? And you say no. And then you tell me why. You go, man, she's neglectful. She doesn't listen to me. She, whatever the case may be, you lay it out for me, right? That I don't care what she tells me. I'm gonna believe you. Like I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be like, okay, I
Why
gotta,
do you believe in me?
because
why?
because the only person who can tell the person if they're good 99% of the time is the person that they're affecting. So you can only listen to the people
So
that
I
you're
want you to
affecting.
listen to my question now. So I'm asking you, is their view of good? So if both people are there and one person is saying I'm good and the other person saying no, that person's not good. It's depending on their view of what good is. Is that correct or is that not correct?
Yeah, good is completely a
so it's
subjective term.
subjective. Is that right?
Yeah, but the thing
Okay, so
about good
then-
is this.
so
But
then-
the
so
part
then they
about
both
hold
be
on.
right.
No, but the part no, they can't both
No?
be right. No,
How?
because whether you're good or what makes you good or bad,
Uh-huh.
one thing would be constant is if you harm the other person.
Uh-huh.
So for you to be good, you would have to not harm the other person. Do you see what I'm saying? How you harm the person, that's where the variation comes into play, right? Because to you, it's not disrespectful to double tap on a twerk video, right? Like that doesn't harm your girl in your mind. Who cares? I'm just liking a video. But if she's harmed by that, right? That's open for interpretation. But the harm is the harm. If she's harmed by whatever you do, that's the thing that makes you not good because of the harm.
So the harm causes what makes a person not good.
If you harm another person, then the obvious response is going to be
there's sensitivity level to the harm.
Hold on, bro. Seriously, if you're asking me a question, you must allow me to answer the question. I don't know how you're asking me questions and then talking over me while I'm still in the middle of a response. That's weird. But yes. So what I'm saying is the you don't get, once again, you don't get to tell a person what their level of harm is or hurt is. If they're hurt by it. That's the long and the short of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So only thing that the constant in this is if you're hurt by the other person. And that's what matters. So if the other person feels like you're hurting them and they say, hey, Milk he's hurting me, and that's why and here's how he's hurting me, then you're not good to that person. That's just the reality of it.
Saying that's a logical way to determine if somebody's good based on.
Of course.
Okay, so what
the fuck? How else do you determine it? How would you determine it? How would you determine it?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
No. How would you determine? I've answered enough of your question. I've answered a lot of your questions.
Question now,
sir. I've
if it's just
answered
simply based on harm. Is that what you're saying? Right? It's based on harm that you're good or bad.
The harming of the other person.
Okay, so
yes, that's what's going to determine.
If a child gets a spanking, is their mother or their father no longer good because they're harmed? They feel harmed. Are these bad parents?
Yes, you're abusing your parent.
And so
you're abusing your kid.
By your logic.
No, that's determined by
this
no.
Your logic.
Hold on, Milton. Hold on. This is what we're not going to do. You think you're saying something, but if you listen, I'll articulate to you why what you're saying isn't true. Because scientifically, when you hit a person, specifically a child, their brains don't know the difference. Their brains react to you hitting them for a spanking or you punching their lights out because you just don't like them. It's the same fucking reaction. That is scientific. That's not my opinion. That is science that says that. So every time a parent hits a child, they are abusing the child. Period, point blank. That is the fact. That's
Okay,
not my
if they
opinion.
don't
I
out,
didn't
they're
make
bad.
that up. I
And
didn't do
if
the
they don't out,
study.
they're bad. So if
Yes.
they don't out, they're
If
bad.
you're hitting your
So they can
child, you're
never be a good
bad.
parent. So they can never be a good parent after that.
If you continue to hit your child, you're saying?
Okay, if you stop hitting your child, but that one time you harmed them and your child keeps going back
No,
to
no,
that
no,
one
no, no,
time
no,
you
no.
harmed them,
But
are they
why would
good?
your
Are they bad?
but Milk? This is what I'm saying. That's why the argument is so dumb because you're
Bro,
just trying to
you're
win an
so full of shit, man.
Hold on. You're just trying to win an argument.
Okay, can I say something?
No, Glad. You're just trying to win an argument. What you're missing is logically, nobody would fucking say, you hit me 12 years ago, so you're still a bad parent, dummy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not who would do that. The majority of the time, the vast majority of the time, when a person would say that would be if you were continuing to harm them or if the harm was recent. If the harm was recent, even if, here's what I'm saying, most people would give you grace. Even children would give you grace if it was an aberration. If they're 12 years old and you've never hit them, then you hit them when they were 12, you think they're going to be like, oh, my daddy's fucking terrible now. Where they say, well, he hit me. I didn't like that, but he's been good overall. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So if a kid says you're abusing him, yeah, bro, you don't got nothing else. You don't got nothing else.
This is the same example. So if children feel harm, say if their parent says, hey, I don't like you to go out, and the child wants to go out, they say they're in their teenage years, and the parent says, no, I don't want you to go out, they're very sheltered.
Ask the question again. I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
Okay, let's say it one more time for the slow people in the back. So if you have a parent who says, because you're saying any type of harm makes you bad. If you harm someone else, that's bad. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So all throughout your childhood, your parents will tell you to do things, say things to you that you don't want to do, that may upset you. Is that a bad parent because your parent upset you because they told you to do something that you didn't want to do? Or told you couldn't go somewhere because they didn't want you to go there?
You being upset and you being harmed are two different things.
Okay, they're harmed. Their feelings are hurt.
No, they're not. They
how you
are
know
upset. Because that's not how it works. If you ask a child, if a child asks you, can I have more soda?
Shit, man.
Milk, I promise you don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to help you out. You dumb as shit, but I'm just trying to help you out. So if your child is drinking a lot of soda and soda, hold on, bro. Be quiet. Hold on. I'm gonna help you out. If your child wanted to eat a lot of candy, or any candy for that matter, candy is harmful. One bite of candy is bad for them. One bite, right? You can eat it, whatever. But I'm saying eating candy is harmful every single time you eat it. So if a parent says, no, I don't want you to eat candy, they're not abusing you. They're not harming you by keeping you away from harm, right? That's within reason. But if a parent locks you in the fucking house for 17 years of your life, yes, that's abusive. The fuck are you talking about? Those are two completely different things.
So now you get to determine what's harmful or what somebody feels or what they felt harmed them. So if there are kids out here who felt like they were sheltered, put in a place that their mom wouldn't let them go nowhere, their dad wouldn't let them go nowhere, they couldn't go to the parties with their friends, they wouldn't allow them to go to movies, they just wanted them to stay in the house, and those kids are truly affected by these situations. You're telling me that their harm doesn't count because of what now? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. You're not listening because you're trying to argue. That's not what I'm saying. I would say,
good or bad.
listen to what I just said it right now. You're not listening. You're trying to argue. You got to open up. You got to open up your ears. Stop trying to argue. Listen to what I'm saying. I understand that. I'm saying I just literally answered your question. If a parent is locking a kid out for no reason, why can't they go to the movies ever? Like they can never go to the movies ever. They can never hang out with their friends ever. They can never, you see what I'm saying? Ever. I think that's abusive. Yep.
Okay. So what you're saying is they're a bad parent for sheltering their kids.
Yes.
Okay,
I think that's bad parenting. Yes.
Okay. So, but you don't get to determine what somebody's bad parenting because what if they live in a bad neighborhood? What if they live in some place that's unsafe and they're trying to shelter their kids? So you're telling. What
do you mean?
Bad.
So they can't go out anywhere just because they live in a bad neighborhood. They can't go out anywhere. Hold on. Wait. So here's what I'm saying. You just keep spiraling. You don't have a point.
Bro,
you haven't reached the bottom. You haven't reached the bottom of your stupid ass point. And I keep cooking you every single time you come up with a dumb ass. Every time you come up with a dumb point, I just point out the flaw in it and you crash out and pivot and make a new stupid point. So let's end it. It doesn't matter if you live in a bad neighborhood or not. That's not what you're asking. That's not it. It has to make sense, right? If your mom or your dad is not letting you ever go out. Ever. You can't go to any movie theater. You can't go see any of your friends. You can't go. Like, you have to create the safe space for them then, right? You can't just chalk it up to, well, we live in a dangerous neighborhood. You can never go outside. Take them to a safe neighborhood. Catch a fucking bus. Go to the other side of town. Do so. You have to help them. You can't just lock them in the fucking house. That's abusive. That stifles them. Everybody knows that. That's what I'm saying.
Parent says you can't go out without me, or your friends can come here. They just don't let them go anywhere else. They don't let them go to their friend's house alone. They're gonna go to the movie.
Oh my God. You keep saying the same stupid shit. It's over. I've already cooked. The point is made. I'm just saying, if it's extreme, that's extreme, bro. That's bad. Don't do that. How hard is that to understand? You keep talking about this whataboutism. Nobody fucking cares. Oh, so we live in the middle of fucking Chirac, and my parent didn't let me sit on the stoop with the fucking gang members, then they're sheltering me? No. But if your parent never fucking took a bus with you to the museum or dropped you off at a friend's house that lives outside of the neighborhood, if they never allowed you to experience things outside of your dangerous neighborhood because they were either too lazy or too inept to do so, yes, that's abusive.
Who said that? Who said the parents wouldn't take them themselves? That's
Sir,
an assumption
if
you're making.
if the parents would take them, then they're not abusing them. If they would try to help them, then it's not abuse. That's not your point. That's not your point. You don't have a point. I swear to God, you don't have one. Everybody knows you don't have a point. You're just arguing.
Bro, I simply told you that this is just your parents won't let you go with other people. Won't let you go out to the movies with your friends. Won't let you spend the night at your friend's house. They're sheltering you. Didn't say that the parents wouldn't take them. They just won't let them do it alone on their own. Are you saying that these are bad parents because the kids feel like they should be able to do it on their own?
Sir, I've answered your question 3 times. Okay, what I'm saying is if hold on.
Everything you say is subjective.
It's not.
Okay.
Not everything I'm saying is subjective. I'm just saying that if a kid is being abused, if they're being neglected, right? Their needs are being neglected, by the way. That is a form of abuse. So if the parent is neglecting their needs to go out and be with their friends and go experience things in the world, right? Then they are being abusive. And I would say that is bad parenting, and that's a bad parent, right? Cool. Now, I get it. For that parent, because they would say, oh man, the neighborhood was dangerous. And I would say, why didn't you take them out? Why didn't you help them find friends outside of the neighborhood? Because I get not letting them out in this neighborhood, on this 3-mile block or whatever. But there's a whole city out there. There's a whole other group of people. Why didn't you help them do that? Oh, well, okay, you're a bad parent. That's what I'm saying. So what the fuck are you talking about? It ain't that fucking hard to understand. If you are neglecting your child's needs, you are abusive. That is abuse. You are harmful to your kids. Once again, that's not my opinion. That is fucking scientifically proven.
I'll say this one more time. Your definition on what's good and bad is subjective.
It's not.
It is, bro.
It is objective. I promise you, it is objective.
It's not.
It's objective.
And
no.
You just told me that where we first started out at was you were telling me that if this woman came and this guy came and one of them said they were good and one of them said they were bad, you said you would believe the woman.
I said I would believe whatever person was. If I asked the person, is your husband a good husband? And the husband says yes, and the wife says no, I'm going to believe the wife. If flip it around, if you ask the wife, are you a good wife? And the husband says no, and the wife says yes, I'm going to believe the husband.
But don't you have your own criteria of what makes a good husband and a good wife?
That's not the point. Now we're going, hold on. Now we're going in circles. This is how I know you guys, your thoughts are never linear. Your thoughts are circular. Hold on, bro. Stop. That's not going to help. You trying to attack me personally is not going to work. Okay? Just keep it cute or get muted. What I'm trying to tell you is, once again, is what annoys the person is subjective. What makes you know what I'm saying? What triggers that's subjective. I'm not denying that. Once again, what I said was, if the person is harmed, though, that's not subjective. They're either harmed or they're not. So once they say this person harmed me, that's the thing that makes you not a good partner. You can say, well, to me, here's the part that you're getting confused. You're saying that some people are okay with like I said, some people are okay with you. Like some wives are okay with their husbands going out every Sunday and not paying any attention to them on Sunday, right? For the whole Sunday, they get to go drink beer and go have their fun with their friends, right? Some wives are okay with that, so she wouldn't be harmed by that, right? But there are a lot of wives who don't like that. They feel like you're neglecting them. And if they tell you, hey, I don't want you to do that. Hey, I don't want you to do that. Hey, I want you to stay home on Sunday. Hey, can you spend more time with me? And you go, no, 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 and just keep doing your thing. You are harming them now. And the harm is the thing that makes you not a good person. What the fuck is so hard to understand about that? What are you not tracking? Seriously.
So you can be a good and a bad person. Is basically what
Jesus fucking Christ, you stupid as shit, bro. You really dumb as shit. You're really, like, this is crazy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro,
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Sir, that's not how it works.
Okay. That's
You are
exactly
either a bad partner or a good partner. You are not both. You are not. I promise you. You are not both. You are.
So can you
Doesn't
be a
mean
bad
you gotta
partner
be.
and a good man?
It doesn't mean you gotta be
Can you be a bad partner and a
perfect.
good man?
You can't be a bad partner and a good man. You can't
Okay.
be,
Tell me how's that?
because you're harming a person.
Okay. So your manhood is directly tied to your partnership.
To the people you affect, yes. What else would it be tied to?
So are you saying there are people in a bad partner's life that doesn't consider them to be good?
What?
Okay, I'm asking you this question again. You always trying to act slow. I said, can a bad partner be a good man? You said no. I said so. Your manhood is directly tied to your being a bad partner. So that makes you a bad man because you're a bad partner.
It's directly tied to how you
Can
treat
be a
other
good father
people.
but be a bad partner?
Hold on, man. Jesus Christ. When I'm trying to answer the question, please shut the fuck up. Yes.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna
no.
answer the question.
You can't. I didn't answer the question. You went to another question before I answered your last question. Jesus fucking Christ. So, no. If you are a bad partner, you cannot be a good man, because what determines you being a good man is how you affect other people. So if you are harming it don't matter. You ain't got to harm 20 people. All you got to do is harm one person. If you are harmful to one person, you are not a good man. You're not. That's how it works.
You sound like a bitch right now. It's crazy.
Bro, I would drop you on your head in real life. Shut the fuck
Crazy.
up.
Crazy.
I would literally drop you on your head. I will drop you. I will drop you on your head. I promise you. I would drop you on your head. I guarantee you this, like from the bottom of my soul.
You would not do nothing.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
I bet. I put money on it.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to the next thing, bro. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay.
What are you saying? You gonna smack or what? What you talking about?
No, you said you was gonna drop me on my head, so I'm just letting you know you a bitch ass nigga and you wouldn't do none of that you talking about.
That's how I know, cause niggas get on the internet, they get real extra spicy.
You the one talking spicy.
I'm not. I'm being honest. I'm really not talking. Hey,
talking spicy.
I'm really not talking
Ain't nothing
spicy.
like
You were. Yes, you was.
Okay.
You were literally talking spicy. I just checked you. I just said you talking to me like you would talk like that to me if I was standing there. I was just saying you wouldn't.
No, I would.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would. I
All right.
would.
Okay, you got it.
We can, if you want to find out, we can make it happen.
Sir, this is what I
Okay.
be saying. Y'all don't.
All right, bro. Stop all that cap, man.
Where do you live?
I live in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought I was.
So we can
I
definitely
was.
make it happen if you want to, champ. I mean, it's however you want to do it.
I don't live in Atlanta. That's why I was
Okay.
asking.
All right.
you.
Well, then keep your motherfucking mouth closed, then.
No,
Trying
but
to
that's
act
what
like
I
you
was
something-
saying. Hold on,
Stop
hold on.
trying to act
Wait.
like a big boss on the.
Hold on. That was my point. I was just saying that obviously, well, more than you don't know where anybody lives. I don't know if you're assuming we lived in Atlanta. We're on the fucking internet. And that's why I was saying you be yapping. Y'all be just saying stuff as if like you're not that guy. Like niggas who really be like they don't. My nigga, y'all will never convince me that y'all some tough niggas on the internet. I'm just being honest with you.
act
I'm
like
just being real. Because I don't go out of my way to be disrespectful to nobody. Believe it or not, I'm not going out of my way to disrespect you. You came on my panel being disrespectful. I'm just telling you that the way you're talking is disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. I'm just letting you know that on the internet, niggas like to talk crazy on the internet, but in real life, I know that y'all don't be talking like that. So calm down and act like we was in person. Before you get all huffy and puffy, hold on, bro. Before you get all huffy and puffy, just stop. Okay? I'm not challenging. I know, brother, you don't gotta lie to me. It's okay. Like, I never believe y'all. You been lying. You a weirdo. Like, why would I believe you?
You weren't a bro. I can look at you and tell you not like that. So just stop.
What am I not like? I don't understand. What do you mean? That's the thing about what I be trying to say to men is this. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta tell you something. The thing that I know about us as men is it don't even matter. Like, y'all, like, you not looking at niggas going, oh, he not like that or whatever or the fuck. Like, that's if you think like that, you stupid, first and foremost, because you don't fucking know what niggas be on. That's funny to me. That's another reason I know you ain't really been in them spots, nigga. Like, you don't look at a nigga and go, he don't look like he can do whatever. That nigga will slap the fuck out of you. What are you talking about? That's stupid. You gonna get yourself hurt thinking like that. That's just free game. Don't do that. That's dumb. But secondly, why are you, hold on, I know, but you don't know though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You really don't know. But thirdly, we're on the internet. So just stop talking like that. Just stop it. It don't make nobody believes that you're tough because you're talking like that on the internet.
You got violent.
I didn't. You were being disrespectful. I was just telling you, stop talking like that. Okay.
You said you're gonna drop me on my head.
And why did I say that?
With your passionate ass.
And why did I? And why did I say that?
You said you were gonna drop me on my head.
And why do you think I said that to you?
Because I said you were acting like a bitch.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. So let's hold on. Wait. Hold on, bro. Listen to what I'm asking you. So in real life, if we were standing in front of each other and you said that to me, or somebody said that to you since you think you're the biggest, baddest, what would you do?
You said if somebody said it to me in real life.
If you were in real life standing face to face with a man and he was like, you acting like a bitch, and you don't even know this nigga, but he said that to you, how would you react?
It'll be a reaction.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up. Stop trying to gaslight me and act like, oh, well, I just was saying you was just being passionate, nigga. You was being passionate. That wasn't me. I was laughing. I just was being honest. Sir, I know, but I did react to it, and I was just letting you know in a very calm way. I know. I got you, Milk.
That's a choice.
You're right. I did. I chose to tell you I would drop you on your head. I wasn't lying. I'm not violent though. We're on the internet. I'm not being violent. Okay, maybe so. That's fine. You're right. I can be violent. You're right.
Nigga, you're violent, my nigga.
I am. But Milk, I know, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. 2 seconds ago, you just told me I'm not like that. Now you telling me I'm violent. That's what I've been trying to tell you. I am violent. But you talking like I'm not. Like I'm like, nigga, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're a square. I know
I really am. But now I'm a square. But I'm a violent square, huh?
You're being violent on the internet.
I'm a violent square. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not a violent square, nigga. I'm just 42.
You're going to try to defend yourself on the internet, but in real life, you're a square.
No, I'm not, though. I mean, I could be a square. I don't care. If I was a square, I'd be great with being a square. I'm okay with being a square, though. That's fine. I'm 42. You're right. I'm 42. I live a peaceful life.
Me too, bro.
I do. I live a peaceful life, right? I'm chilling. I'm not even on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever on the day-to-day. I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? Technically, when it comes to that.
On my head, so, you know.
But yeah, but I would though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it sounds good on the
I'm just telling you, like it would just happen.
It sounds good.
I'm just telling you, you just talking like out the side of your neck, and you should.
I live in a major city. If you ever drive through the biggest airport in the world, come on through. Let me know, and you can get your chance.
So, are you okay now? Because you've been crashing out for like 20 minutes.
I'm great, bro. I'm great.
Okay. So what's your point?
We had a little man moment. It's okay.
Yeah. I just want to know what your point is, because I don't think you have one.
The point is that what your whole premise is bullshit. It's not real. So all you have to do to be a bad person is just be bad to one person, harm one person. So is there any really good people? I mean, with that logic, there is no good people.
That's not true.
There's only bad people.
I know tons of good people.
Okay, no, you don't, because you don't know how they are.
Yes, I do.
Every person that they're with. No, you don't. That's a lie. You're about to lie right now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. I've been with my wife for 17 years.
Oh my God.
I don't know one person that has ever said that she's harmed them. Not one person. For 17 years. You're right. I don't know everybody, whatever, but I'm telling you that in 17 years of knowing this woman, since she was 19 years old, I've never had one person say or heard about that my wife harmed one person.
So that means she didn't do it?
Yeah. That's
That's
yes.
what it means.
I think that's what it. Yes, that's what the fuck else does it mean,
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
sir?
This is all you're thinking. This is all you're thinking. This is all your bullshit logic that you make up for content. I understand it, but stop trying to push it as it's actual facts. You do
So
not
what
know
facts do
what
you have?
facts.
Okay, so
You
what
don't-
facts do you
don't know
have?
for a fact that your wife.
Hold on, but what? Hold on, Milk. What I want you to
don't
do
know.
is, I got you. You're right. So what facts do you have?
What facts about what?
Anything
About
about
what?
anything that
What
can substantiate your point, because it just sounds like you're just
Say something
arguing.
factual. You have no clue
Hold on,
about.
hold on,
you
hold on,
have
hold
no
on,
clue
hold on, hold on. I'm asking you to tell me what your point is, and can you substantiate it with some facts? That's all I'm asking you.
All right, so I'm gonna restate. I'm gonna restate what I just said right here.
No, I don't want you to restate it because I don't want your thought to be circular. I want to move on to a different point. Do you have a point? Do you have a broader point to make about the topic? Do you disagree with it? If you agree, if you disagree, can you now substantiate that claim with some type of facts or logic or something like that? That's
So
what
are
I'm
you
asking
talking
you.
about the
Can you
prompt
do it?
have up? Are you talking about the prompt you have?
Anything else, anything else
like what?
besides
We
you
have a
just trying
specific
to.
conversation.
But we're not though. You're just
We
arguing.
are.
I'm done with the argument. I don't want to have
So
it no
we
more.
have
It's
a specific
stupid.
Conversation. So now, do you want me to just jump somewhere else? What are you saying, bro?
What was
What's
the
going on?
hold on? If that conversation wasn't linked to the prompt,
I'm not even looking at the prompt. I don't even know what the prompt said.
then why the fuck are you up here?
What do you mean? Why am I up here?
That's a valid question. I thought you like you just said for the dumb niggas. Why the fuck are you up here if you haven't read the prompt? Hold
I
on,
heard
hold
you
on,
talking to the.
hold on, wait. If you haven't read the prompt, why are you up here? Seriously,
No.
what the?
What I'm telling you is I came up here because you were talking to the other guy.
So,
Okay, so that's why I came up here.
but he was talking about the prompt. So you came
talking
up here.
about- you talking about
Hold on,
the-
wait. So you came up here to cyber slurp another man, to defend another man. You a fucking Pookie protector or something? The fuck are you talking about?
Why you gotta be a Pookie, man? Why you gotta be a Pookie?
He is one. Both of y'all are.
Why?
Both of y'all some fucking Pookies.
Why, man? Tell us why.
Cause all you do is try to obfuscate and you don't really have a point. When we're talking about shit like this, you want to come and say you want to argue a point because you
Why?
clearly don't give a fuck.
What makes me a Pookie? Like, what is it?
I personally think that you might be illiterate personally, but
You
besides
personally think I
that,
can't
but
read? You personally think I can't write?
I don't not the fact that I think you can't read.
what?
I don't think you can read or write that well,
I don't
but
think I can read and write that well.
not that well, not the way you've been talking. But secondly,
So I'm kinda illiterate, is what you're saying.
yeah, you're not 100% illiterate, but I don't
Not
think you can
100%
read
illiterate. Okay.
to your because you're an adult, so I think you should be able to read up to like an adult. I think you can read like up to like a 5th or 6th grade level. That's me. But secondly, you don't have a point.
Oh, he froze.
Well, that's because your Wi-Fi.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, that's me.
They said dirty blanket behavior. I don't know what that means. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the point?
What is the point? The point is that your idea of good and bad, the way you're trying to logically persuade people to believe that if you're just bad to one person or you just harm one person, then you're just a bad person. You're not good. That's a
So
bullshit argument. That's a bullshit argument.
And why
from
is
your
it bullshit?
own mind, from your own.
But why is it? But wait, but Milk
Ass
saying.
mind.
But this is why I think you're illiterate because you can't articulate why it's bullshit. You just say
I
it's
just
bullshit.
told you, bro.
You
I just
didn't
told
tell me
you.
why.
I just
That's not a
told you.
reason. You
I just
didn't.
told you. There is no. You cannot tell somebody they're bad. They're unequivocally bad because they harmed one person. Because you're saying
Unequivocally.
all you got to do is hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody has to feel hurt. Somebody has to feel harmed, and now you're bad. Meaning that you can't be good because you're bad.
So, I mean, that's logical. But so I'm asking you one more time.
Right.
How do you refute that? You can't just say it doesn't make
because
sense.
I've known people. Okay, let me refute it this way. I've known people that have their other people would say certain things about them, but my relationship with them was different. So I considered them good, even though somebody else would say this is a bad person. So
They
it
got 25 on
depends
his
on the
head.
person that you're talking to, whether somebody's good or bad. There is no you're bad because of this or you're good because of that. Depending on who you're talking to, you're good or bad. That's the
So,
overall point.
okay. So out of both of our logic, right? Like my logic, you say is my logic and your logic. You think that you made a stronger case for you making sense right now? And I'm just asking you in all honesty.
Bro, if you really think it makes sense that all you have to do is cause somebody harm, you don't even have to intentionally cause somebody harm. You just have to cause harm. They feelings just gotta be hurt, and they're a bad person. If you think that that's logical, then you have a problem. I
I
don't know if
don't
it's
think that that's
mental.
logical because that's
I
not
don't
what
know
I
if that's
said.
mental. I don't know if that's mental. If it's a mental problem, if you having some, I don't understand. I don't know if it's just for content or whatever the case may be. But that's not a logical way of thinking.
I know, but that's not what I said though. And you're right. And that's what we would call straw man argument right there
Bro,
because
that's
I never said
exactly
that.
what you just said, bro. I just asked you, can you be a bad partner and a good father? You said no,
Yep.
you can't be that.
That's what I said. But
Okay.
the other part that you just said right now,
So
as far as
so that person
hold
is
on,
bad.
hold on. Also, the thing that makes me think you got some mental issues is you can't shut the fuck up. So what I'm asking you is if a person, you said, I'm sorry, not asking you, I'm telling you, you said that if a person thinks a person is if a person hurt another person's feelings or whatever, then they're bad, right? That's not what I said. If a person just hurts another person's feelings, no, I'm not gonna just say just because you hurt a person's feelings one time that you're a bad person. I literally already laid that out how dumb that was.
No,
I was
didn't. No,
I did.
You said it was
Okay.
harm. You said if you
No, I
harm
didn't.
somebody,
Hold on. Wait.
you are bad.
I'll spin it back because I know your memory is bad because you got the fucking mind of a goddamn gnat. Hold on, wait. I'm not gonna lie. I bet you $1,000 right now. I'm gonna reiterate exactly what I said. So what I said was you asked about parents hitting their children, and you said because you don't know that hitting your child is abusive because you're an abuser, so you think hitting your child is okay. And you said if a child were to think that a parent who hits them is abusive or bad to them, then are they bad? And I said yes. And then you said, and I'm gonna move forward now in the story. Then you said, so if a parent hits a child one time but they never hit him again, you're saying they're bad? And I said no. I said no, I don't think they're bad. That doesn't make them bad if they do it one time. But if they do it, if you've been, I said, and I laid it out. I said, because what child would say you haven't hit your kid, he's 12, they're 12, 11, 12, 13 years old, that you just hit him one time and they're gonna be like, oh, that's a bad parent. Like the vast majority of people are not gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I said earlier, is it not? So what I'm saying is if you do something once, right? That doesn't. Depending on what it is, by the way, you can cheat once, whatever. That's different. Depending on what it is, but generally speaking, if you do something once to a person one time, if you do something to a person one time, like if you grape a person one time, you're bad forever. In my book, there's no coming back from that.
If never be a good person again, that's what you said.
Not to me.
Right, got it.
Not to me.
And that's all I've been saying all day, bro. That this is your opinion. You're trying to.
Well, you're not. But Milk, you're not a good person to the person you graped. That's what I'm saying. That's why I believe that. You got to listen. You're not that smart. So, like I said before, when you said I was gonna lie, I didn't lie. I just reiterated exactly what I said, and I already addressed the thing that you said I didn't. So, what the fuck are you talking about? I've already made that point. But here's what I'm saying though, Milk. Instead of you pivoting again, what I'm trying to tell you is instead of you trying to argue, because that's what you're doing, obviously, you're just trying to argue, right? You're just trying to argue. Don't have a point. You keep pivoting. I'm just making the point. What the fuck are you saying? What is your point?
I've said it to you several times, so you heard nothing I've said.
I have heard what you said. You just haven't articulated it.
Just like the lady said, you're an actor. You're a fraud. You've heard me say several points several times. I'm gonna say the same point again one more time for you.
You have it. Pigpen mad his true. Hold on, wait. Clarice said, Pigpen mad his true crime page ain't cracking. Oh, you got a true crime page? That's funny. I ain't even seen it. Denise, appreciate you.
My
go ahead.
Page is cracking though. I'll let you know what it is one day. But never mind that. The same point was this, bro. Everything you're saying is subjective. And you try to pass that bullshit off as fact.
But you don't have a point to refute it with. You
That's
just
my
say
point.
it
I've
is.
already refuted it, bro.
You haven't,
Several
though.
times.
You
I've
haven't.
refuted it several times.
Okay.
And you keep saying we're going in circular. We're going to circular reason. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, your logic is circular. You don't have a you can't progress your hold on, wait. You can't progress your point. You can't it gets stuck at I think it's wrong, and that's where it dies. You can't actually articulate anything beyond that. That's what I'm saying. So that's what, to me, it just proves you don't really have a point, and you don't have a strong argument against it, because that's actually logical, right? If you are harming, how else do you judge if a person is good or bad? By the people that they affect. And if they are abusing their wife, are you just gonna be like, well, they just abuse their wife, but they cool with everybody else? No, motherfucker, they abusive. They are an abuser. Like what do you mean? Yeah, they're a bad person. You can say they're good. You can say they're good at their job. You can say he's a good basketball player, or you could even say he's a good you can say he's a good mechanic, or you can say he's a good pastor, a good orator. They're good at tasks, but their character is not. If you are abusive to one person, all it takes is one. You got to abuse a whole nation full of people? How many people do you need to abuse before you are considered bad in your mind? Do you have to abuse everybody you know? Most people you know? Half the people you know? Where do you draw the line?
So we'll say the same thing again, bro. It's all subjective based on the person you're talking to.
Hold on. So you don't have a point. See what I'm saying? If you keep going back, I've moved to a different point now. I furthered my point. You can't go back to your same stupid talking point. Answer my new question. This is a new question you haven't encountered. You can't answer it with an old response because it wouldn't apply. It's not applicable.
Not apply.
Because it don't make sense. Where do you draw the line? Where do you start to consider a person a bad person? That's what I'm asking you.
Criteria?
Yes.
Okay, so then is there a criteria that's different for each and every person?
Sir, don't answer my question with the question. Hold on. Don't answer my question with a question. Answer my question.
Personal criteria?
Yes. What is your criteria?
So the criteria is different for each person?
I'm just waiting for you to answer the question. Go ahead,
The
please.
criteria is different for each person?
Can you answer the person? Can you answer the question?
Criteria different for each person?
Is it different for, this is what you're telling me.
Is the criteria different for each person? I'll ask you again.
Okay. So he don't have an answer. And here's what I'm saying. So obviously you don't have a point. It's okay, man. Some people are stupid. It's okay. I promise you, Milk. Some people just aren't that intelligent or articulate, right? You keep saying criteria wrong. You can't even pronounce the word. That's why I think you're illiterate, by the way. But anyways, neither here nor there. I just wanted you to answer the question without. I wanted you to answer the question. I've answered your questions. Why would you, sir? This is what I'm saying. So I'm curious. Have you ever been assessed for any type of like mental health problems, like whatsoever? Like, have you ever like tried to seek help for anything? I'm not even joking.
You'll be surprised. I'm very smart.
That's not what I asked
You'll be
you.
very surprised.
You can be smart and have mental problems. I don't know if you know that.
Okay. So
I didn't say you were fucking intellectually disabled. I asked you,
let me ask you.
do you? No, I'm not answering no more of your questions because you didn't answer my question because you don't have an answer for it because you know it's going to sound stupid. You're smart enough to know that if you answer my question, you're going to sound dumb, right?
Why would you spend this much time with somebody you think is mentally ill?
This is what I do. I do this all day. This is my job.
You do what?
I argue with mentally ill men on the internet. I get paid to do it.
Why?
That's the job.
Okay, but if you're going to keep questioning their mental illness, what's the point?
To answer the question. The point is to have the conversation
For what? For what?
because it's entertaining.
It's entertaining. So I'm here to entertain you.
I'm entertained. Are you guys entertained in the chat? Am I tripping?
I'm like, what's your problem with mentally ill men if that's your target audience?
I think most men are mentally ill though, so don't take it personally. I think most men have a mental illness. Unless we function like we do. Right. I don't know if we do 100%, but we definitely function like we got a mental illness. So I'm asking you again.
You, right?
No, not except me.
Include you?
Yes, me too, man. I'm good. I don't mind being.
With mentally ill? I don't get it.
I don't have a problem with mentally ill people
So why are you
when they're
asking me?
when
If
they're
you're
trying
mentally
to
ill,
hold
I'm
on,
mentally ill. What's the point of the question?
because you're not trying to work through it. You're just accepting the
so
fact that you're
how is a mentally
hold on,
ill
wait.
person
You see what I'm saying? You ask a question and then you don't let me answer it. It's when you are mentally ill and you don't care to work through it, you don't want to seek any help, you don't think you know what I'm saying? That's what I have a problem with. I don't if we all messed up, but try to work through it though. That's what I'm saying.
So you would go get
I'm
help
gonna
from a mentally ill person for your mental illness?
a mentally ill. What are you talking about?
Okay, now you're going to get slow again. I said you would go to somebody that has a mental illness to help you with your mental illness?
What level of gaslighting is this? Where did that come from? What are you talking
Bro,
about?
You just said you were included in the mentally ill.
Mhm.
You keep asking me, am I mentally ill?
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out what's the problem if you're mentally ill, if most of the people you talk to are mentally ill, what's the point of me acknowledging if I'm mentally ill or not? How does that serve me?
To go get help.
Okay, go get help. Where did you go get help for your mental illness?
The doctor, my wife,
The
myself,
doctor, your wife is the doctor?
everywhere. You go get it from everywhere. Yeah. But you gotta know it. But you gotta know it. Look, but you gotta know that you are mentally ill. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? You gotta know you got a problem first. They put another 5. That's 30. You gotta know you mentally ill though, but you don't. You won't accept it. You keep fighting it. You're arguing against me, and I'm like, why are you arguing against me when you actually have a mental ill? Like you have a problem.
I have an actual mental I have a diagnosed mental illness like you.
No, I'm asking
No?
you. No. I don't. I'm just
Yeah?
saying. No, I think most
No.
men have a. I think most men function
Where you
like
get
a.
this from?
Hold on, bro. This nigga is. He's worse than most. You got a real problem. Most. I'm saying that most men function as if they have a mental illness. If they don't have one, whether it's diagnosed or not is irrelevant. I don't even care. I'm saying most men function as if they have a mental illness. Most men
On
do.
what? Based on what?
Based on their productivity or lack thereof, based on their lack of
What
communication,
productivity? What
based on
productivity?
hold on, wait. Stop trying to argue every point. You're not good at arguing. Based on their lack of productivity,
I'm
based
good at
on the
conversation.
their lack of attention to detail,
Backing it
based
up
on their
every
lack
time.
of empathy, based on their lack of empathy, based on their lack of understanding, based on their levels of violence, things of that nature, right? Men are mentally unstable. There's something going on. Now, what is the diagnosis for each man? I don't fucking know.
You don't know.
I don't know. But they function like mentally ill people though. Most men function like mentally ill people, and you are no different. You're actually worse than most men that I talk to.
Mentally ill people, and most men function like mentally ill people based on your what?
See,
Is
he
there some data you
keep
have?
trying to do this like
You have data somewhere? Where's the statistics?
you're saying this.
Where are you getting
What
this from?
what stats do you want? How would you want me to prove this to you?
You're saying most men are mentally ill? Prove to me
Hmm?
that most men are mentally ill. Statistics.
How would you want me to prove it to you? In what way?
You just said it, dumbass. You keep saying it. So where are you getting this from?
I'm asking you what would make you
I'm asking,
feel
is there some
better
statistics
about
that
it?
shows mental illness that most men are mentally ill?
No,
Where are you
I just
getting
said
this from?
from society, from how men function in
Based
society.
on your view of society.
No, literally based on stats though. Like,
what? No, what?
okay, so, hold on, all right, let me read this. Hey, Sheena said, "Public, my ex acted just like this." I believe it. A lot of men act like this. A lot of men argue just like him with their women. It's crazy. That's 35. A lot of men do this shit. It's really weird.
Random facts have been stated, and when you ask them the question, "Where you getting this from?" It's all of
You mean like you? Hold on, stop projecting because I've answered all your questions. Hold on, wait. I've answered your questions. I just stopped answering them because you didn't answer mine. Because I asked you to answer a question and you have yet to answer it.
Where are you
Still.
getting that most men are
So I'll go back. Hold on. I'll
Where you
go
getting
back. We'll play a game. If you can answer my question,
Where
I'll
do you get
answer
most
all
men-
the rest
most
of your
men are
questions.
mentally ill?
I got you. From talking to men
Where's
like you
that?
all day. From talking to men like you all day.
So nigga, it's basically it's your own subjective reasoning
Yep.
that most men are.
Yep. I just
Okay,
I don't have
We
no
don't
stats or
believe
nothing.
you.
I'm just making it
We
up.
don't
Yep.
believe you got
Who is
content to
we?
create.
Hold on, wait. Who is
We
we?
don't believe you. You
Who
got
is
content
we?
to create.
Hold on. Who
Anybody
is
with
we?
some good sense?
Who is
Anybody
we?
with good sense? Anybody
Okay.
with some good sense?
Mhm.
Uh huh.
A woman just said that her ex acted just like you. So I
Oh
don't
my God. Oh,
I don't know who we are. Like I think most people who are watching this can clearly see you are mentally unstable. I'm
right.
not even
And you're
making that
clearly
up.
not. But you're clearly not. But you are
I
though.
mean, I know I would have to tell you
You
though,
see how it works?
because I'm
You see
working
how
on it. Hold on,
you see
wait,
how
wait,
it
wait,
works?
wait, 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 wait.
You,
Wait. Because I'm working on it. That's the difference.
oh man.
That's what I was trying to tell you. If you work on it, then maybe you too cannot show up as a mentally
Oh
deranged
man, you
human
a
being.
clown, man. You a clown.
See,
You a
I don't
clown.
gotta call you names like that.
Oh, you have called me plenty of names. Stop the
I
bullshit. That's
did,
what I'm
sir.
saying. You
I'm
a
not saying I
bullshitter.
didn't. I'm just saying I don't have to do that to make a point. I could just make my point without saying anything. You can't. I don't have to make a point by saying, oh, you stupid. And I don't have to do that. I do that for razzle dazzle. I still make my point. Every time I said you was dumb, I went on to prove my point. It ain't like I just left it at you're stupid or that point is dumb. I refuted the point and called
So
you
you
dumb at the
called
same
names
time.
and then hide your hand.
I'm not hiding my hand. I'm
That was
fully
my,
accepting the fact that I
that's
called you stupid
that's the
and I
bitchness of
cooked
you.
you at the same time.
That's the bitchness of you. You've been calling me names the whole time, and then you go into, oh, see, I ain't gotta call names. That's the bitch ass shit I'm talking about.
Bitchness is not a real word, by the way. But I feel you though.
I got you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
You've made up several words tonight and mispronounced
Right.
several words. It
Okay,
makes me
understand.
think you're illiterate.
Right, I got you. This is about the 50th time you said illiterate. So
I know,
like,
but you keep because you keep.
you
The more I
keep
talk to you, I'm
throwing
like, damn, he's really
you
illiterate.
keep
This is
throwing
crazy.
shots, bro. But you keep like
15.
This is what I'm saying.
15
Your
left.
your mental illness is not getting fixed because you continually just sit on a call. You could have been dropped my ass. You're continually sitting with somebody you think has a mental illness and is illiterate.
A mental what?
A mental illness and is illiterate.
Oh,
Like, nigga, what's going on here? I'm not getting it, fam.
okay. So I just want to know what is your. Can you answer my question though? Going back to the original point, because I like that question. I feel like it was a really good question for you to answer.
Go ahead.
How do you determine if a person is bad? At what point? How many people do they have to hurt before you think they're bad people?
I don't know. I don't know enough bad people to make that determination. Everybody I know is pretty good.
So you think that response actually answers the question I just asked you?
Yes, I wouldn't have a clear cut answer for you to say, okay, you got to harm these many people for you to be bad. I couldn't.
How many times does a person have to harm you before you consider them to be bad?
How many times? I'm pretty forgiving. So, and it also, like you said, it depends on what they did.
Whatever they did, how many times do they have to harm you?
So everything is not.
I'm saying you could make it, sir.
Remember you said that. Everything's not
Sir.
black and white.
Sir,
So it's not
I'm
black and
saying for you, whatever that is, however you determine it, what do you think it is?
white. Okay, I just told you.
Yeah, tell me
laid it
again.
out. I
Walk
laid it
us
out
through
plainly
it. I'm gonna
for
let you. I'm gonna
I
let you
sound
go.
very
Go.
forgiving.
Uh-huh.
I sound very forgiving.
Yep.
I'm pretty forgiving.
Yep.
So even if you do harm,
Yep. They don't care. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. The milk's gone bad. Hey man, y'all stay far away from that man in real life if you a woman. He a weirdo, for real. You know what was the worst part about that conversation? It was the smacking. It was the smacking. I was like, damn, my nigga. That was crazy. I liked it though. Hey, y'all know me. Y'all know that I'm a glutton for punishment in that regard. So it is what it is, man. I'm sorry, family. Oh man, he was mad, yeah. They said the smacking was abusive. All I wanted him to do was answer that question. Nah, JP, I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. You just like to, okay, let me tell you what is the driving factor for me. I like to draw out that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like an exorcist. That's what I be feeling like. I be feeling like the exorcist. And them niggas got demons. And I like to exercise the demons. Lux said her mute finger hurt. I like to exercise the demons. Yeah, I just like to, I just bring it out. You just got to bring it out. Got to let it, you let him talk enough. He was talking too much. I had to mute him. Usually y'all know I let him talk or whatever. But with him, you just gotta let him talk more. And the more he talks, the more you see exactly what type of person he is. We know you enjoyed it, Milk. That's why I thought it was funny. Because you was acting like you didn't enjoy it. You like, why don't you drop me? I'm like, nigga, this is what I do. Why would I drop you? I don't drop people out the box. That's not what I do. They drop you. I don't drop you. I don't know if you know that. They dropped you. I didn't drop you. They paid to drop you. I'm surprised it took that long. They were entertained too. Dirty blanket behavior is hilarious, and I don't even know what it means. It just sounds funny. I don't even know what it means. What does dirty blanket behavior mean? It's funny. It's hilarious. I don't even get it. I don't even get the joke. It just sounds hilarious because dirty blankets are funny. Check his page. All right. His profile. What's his profile? It's John B. All things crime, politics, and entertainment. Oh, okay. I'll be in there. We gonna dip dive in that motherfucker later. We gonna have to dip dive in that bitch later. Oh, the actual one? Okay. We gonna be in there. I'll be in there. I'm gonna peep it. Why you doing John B like that, man? I fucks with John Bizzle. Heard about my past. The games I used to play. The things that didn't last. They said he looked like a pug dog. God damn. Say it ain't so, brother. God damn. Dirty blankets. Y'all killing me with dirty. Hey, man, you had a dirty blanket? Pay the 100 and come back up, man. You in Atlanta, man. Y'all got a little money down there, I heard. I know you ain't trying to save this nigga. Siren, I know you ain't trying to save this nigga. Talk about y'all mean as fuck. I know good and goddamn well. Did you not hear what this man was saying for the last hour? Please. Ain't no way in hell. I know you ain't trying to save this nigga. Hell no. Dirty blanket behavior is crazy. I didn't even know what it meant and I was laughing. Hey, not pigs in the blanket, pug in the blanket. Not pigs in the blanket, pugs in the blanket. It's crazy. Damn, y'all was cooking that nigga. The blanket was sloppy and messy. Absolutely. Where Mia at, man? Hope you get well soon, Mia. All my prayer warriors, pray for Mia's speedy recovery. She got a little cold or something. Make sure she get back out there, man. Oh my God, man. Who's next? Y'all got me energized. Hold on, what time is it? Who's next? Damn, Shemaine, I'm sorry to hear that. Y'all, prayer warriors, you rally around and say a little prayer for Shemaine too. She need to heal up. Remember when Cole clipped his toenail across the room? Man, I be wanting to watch some certain episodes of Martin again. Yeah, it's 8:07 out here. The comment section is crazy. Oh my God. We need John C in this motherfucker and not John Cena.
No.
Jax is funny, man. All right. Damn, bro. This is what the decompression lives used to be for. We were supposed to have the decompression live. Yes. You got a whole boogie in your nose, bro. What up, Six Figure?
Hey. Why you always bring me
Oh,
up after they gone?
you said what?
I said, why you always bring me up after they gone?
Hey man, you need the one. I need the 1v1s. I don't like no help. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't like running it. I don't like running. I like running the fade. I like running it 1v me plus me. 1v5. I like me versus 5 motherfuckers. That's what I really like.
I be wanting to run a little bit of fade.
I
Like,
know,
just
but
a
y'all,
little bit.
y'all gonna have to just cook them niggas in the comments. I can't, cause it get too. We be talking over each other. Everybody we trying to get. Just let me especially with a nigga like that. You
By the
just
time they gone, but I see why his name is Milk though.
why?
Because his mama was buying that Dollar General milk. You feel me? She was buying that Dollar General Similac formula.
It was bad.
She was buying that expired stuff. That's what it was. I
Powdered
see why
milk.
and he's so mad about it. That's why he named himself Milk. I get it, Milk. I feel you. But like the thing that really got me was he was
Just add
saying,
water.
huh?
Now they said just add water. That's my favorite sugar free.
Yeah,
That's my favorite sugar free
period.
album, man. Just add water. Go ahead. That's my
I think
shit.
the thing that really bothered me was that you were trying to explain to him that if a husband, like you use the example, Sunday, if he going out, he doing his thing, she's saying, no, I need you to be at home. I feel like Sunday is our day to, spend time together. And he still goes and do it, right? And you're like, okay, that's harm. And then he's like, well, how was that harm just because you harm one? He says, okay, just because I harm one person doesn't make me a bad person. But my thing is this: if you're harming the people, especially the people who are closest to you, you're a bad person.
Easily.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're harming the people specifically that are closest to you, you're absolutely a bad person.
Without a
So
doubt.
I don't understand his logic behind that. Like, that is kind of crazy to me.
Well, he didn't have any logic though.
He had no logic.
His point was just to argue. He didn't have an actual point. Like if you say something and I disagree, I'm going to make a better argument. You see what I'm saying? He never made a better argument. His whole argument was to just shoot down my argument.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which he couldn't do. He just, every time he would give me I would just answer the question. Then I got to the point where I was like, why the fuck you're not answering any of my questions. You can't answer. Well, it's subjective. And I'm like, don't be elusive. I'm answering the questions directly, right? Because it's nuanced. He was expecting it to be black and white. Like, so if a parent doesn't take a kid out and the kid feels like for a child to feel like, think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying, right? We all know this about children for the most part. Do children not give parents hella grace?
Oh, yes.
Just like generally speaking, children give parents too much grace, to be honest with you, sometimes, right? So the vast majority of children are not looking to vilify their parents, right? Even if the parent does something that they don't like, they wouldn't then take that and be like, my dad is a bad dad, or whatever the case may be. Like, most kids ain't gonna do that, right? Honestly, most kids ain't gonna do that, okay? But if you are, for a kid to say that a parent is bad, that would undoubtedly mean that that it was a sustained amount of harm over a long period of time. That's all I was saying. Like, yeah, what kid is gonna be like, you didn't let me go out last week, you're a bad parent? Like, nobody's doing that. Even if they're mad as fuck in that moment, like, they not gonna overall be like, my parent is a shitty fucking parent. Like, no, that's not how it works, right? But if you never let your kid, because this is his question, what if a parent never lets their child go outside? That parent is abusive. Unless the air quality is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless like like they step out on their porch and they gonna get pewed in the head for stepping out on their porch. Like, what are you doing? You gotta let your kids go outside. You have to let your kids live. You have to. You have to create the space for your kids to experience life. If you can't afford to do it by living in a safer neighborhood, then you have to drive your kid or catch a bus with. You have to create the space for them to be safe and get to live their life. If you don't do that, you are a bad parent.
Facts.
Jesus, what's so hard to understand about that? If a kid says, If a kid after 15, 16, 17 years is telling you, you never let me do X, Y, and Z, you harmed them. That's why a lot of kids who are sheltered, they end up doing harmful things to themselves once they have freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it is a response to abusive behavior. They are reacting to a sustained abuse. So they react to it. And with boys, it could be or people, it could be they were never allowed to go outside and, hang out with their friends at parties. Then they turn into a fucking party animal because they've never been allowed to go outside and go to parties. You think that's going to make them not want to party? They're going to want to do the thing that you told them they can never do ever when everybody else is doing it, especially if everybody else is doing it, right? If everybody else, now they OD with it. Now they talking about they about to go they got to go to the bathroom to powder their nose and shit like that, like it's the 80s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now they you know what I mean? Like it's just different shit. Or they've been sheltered and now they got to be a tough guy. Because they never got to go out in the streets and experience life in that way. Whatever like that shit happens all the time. We see that shit all the time. That is a form of abuse. Sheltering your kid is a form of abuse. Protecting your kid is not. Right? Protecting your kid, like rash, and you know what I mean? That's not doing what you need to protecting your kid. Sheltering your kid, putting him in a bubble, hermetically sealing them, that's abuse. I'm sorry, that's abusive. And you will see how it's abusive by how the child, when they turn into an adult, how they react. Most of those people do not go on to live happy, healthy lives.
Facts.
That's it. That's the reality. So okay, now we're there. We see that that's abusive. If you abuse your kid, you're not a good you're not. I'm sorry. Because it's impact over intent. So you could think, oh man, I was just doing the but you never listened. You never tried to grow. You just went with this one fucking thing. Nah, I blame you.
And it's not the thing that you do every once in a while that makes you a harmful person. It's more so the thing that you keep doing after you know for a fact, like,
It's causing them
okay,
harm.
this is harming me. Now you're dangerous because who in the world, if you really love and care about somebody, who in the world who in the world is gonna keep doing the same thing after they done explain to you, like, this is harmful to me, this hurts me. Like, yeah, you're a bad person at that point.
I gotta tell y'all something. I knew some people growing up, very close to me. We lived in the projects, and I was a project baby. I ran around the projects all day, and I'm talking about from 19 years old. Like I was out well past the street lights coming home. Like my mama never said, "Come home when the street lights come." That was never my thing. Like she knew I wasn't coming in when the street lights came on. I was outside, right? My neighbors. Now my neighborhood was safe. It really was. For me, I'm saying it felt safe for me. But my neighbors, they were never allowed to go off of the fucking porch, or they were never allowed. And when they got a little bit older, they were never allowed to go outside of the view of the house, of the apartment, right? So we lived in courts. They would call them courts. So you drive down, you turn into court, and the court is like, I don't know, 200 yards maybe or something like that, right? Maybe not even 200 yards, like 150 yards, and there's apartments on each side, and there's a street in the middle, right? There was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think it went up to G court, right? So there's whatever, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 courts in the place. We lived in court B. They would not let them out of court B. They could not leave court B. And also they wouldn't let them go across the street. They wouldn't let them go across the street by themselves, right? I'm saying we are 12, 13 years old, still couldn't do it. I will have y'all know that 2 of the girls got pregnant like at real early ages. All of them had hella mental shit. All of them. Yeah, like just wild. You know what I mean? Like, and the oldest one was cool. She ended up getting married and all that stuff and raising her family and shit. But like she was, you know, she had her moment. She was reserved or whatever, but the rest of them was going through hell. You know what I'm saying? One of them just recently passed. He was 3 years younger than me. He recently passed.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We don't. I still don't know why I haven't gotten word on the autopsy. But anyways, I'm just saying. Long story short, they were extremely sheltered, and their lives suffered because of it. No doubt about it. They were extremely sheltered. Their lives suffered because of it. I knew a girl who was extremely sheltered when she was in high school, and she was out sleeping with, like, behind her parents' back. She was sneaking out. She was sleeping with 30-year-old men. When she got to college, she was, and I'm not judging her for any of this activity. I'm just saying I'm saying if the parents were trying to avoid this from happening, they didn't.
Yeah.
Right? If they were trying to mitigate this from happening, it didn't stop it. It made it worse, I think. You know what I'm saying? When she was wilding. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too much in her business. She was wilding. She was doing a lot of wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was because her parents restricted her and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying if you asked her, like, would she say that her father or her mother were bad parents? I'm sure she would. If you asked her, like, she would be like, no, I love my mom and my dad or whatever. But I think if you really like sat down with her, like in some like therapy type shit, it would come out. She would, you know what I'm saying? Like through the sessions, it would start to melt away, and she would honestly acknowledge the damage that was done to her by her parents. And she grew up in her mom was a nurse, and her dad was a doctor. They grew up in the biggest house on a block in one of the most prestigious cities in Southern California. You know what I'm saying? Really expensive city, whatever. They had money. Went to college, all that stuff. Paid for all of that stuff. They had to pay for shit. So super duper well off, but super sheltered because of religion. And she ended up wilding out. Now her life ended up panning out the way it ended up panning out. She's good now and all that stuff. But there was a blip there that was kind of dangerous, kind of risky behavior. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she survived it, and she avoided long-term damage. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just tired, like, of us when we have this discussion. It don't make no sense. If you hurt a person, you are not a good person. I'm talking about if you abuse a person over an extended period of time, you're not a good person. Even if you're good to me, even if you've never hurt me, I won't say you're a good person. If I find that out about you, I'll judge you.
So like my thing, cause like a man that ain't gonna date. A man that don't take care of his own child. I ain't got time. I don't know how women do it. How you
Exactly. Oh my God.
His own seed. Yeah.
That's a perfect example too. A
Yeah.
perfect example. Cause you ain't the child and you ain't the baby mama.
Period. I'm not doing it.
But
So
do that nigga get a pass?
No, not for me.
Should he?
Hell no. You not
Exactly.
You're not a good person. If you don't take care of your own seed, I don't care. I don't care how you treat the stepdaughter, I don't care how you treat the new boy, the new girlfriend, husband.
Don't matter.
You are a horrible person if you do not take care of your own seed. Period.
Yep. You ain't got to do me wrong at all for me to think you a bad person. I don't know why y'all think that got to be. Whoever think that, get that shit out your head. If you neglect,
who can get up every day and not even call, you know what I'm saying? Like not even think about his no. Hell.
talking about the phone go both ways type shit. Nah, nigga, get up out of here.
No.
The phone work both ways. Nah, I'm good. My baby mama keeping me from my kids. She can't.
So milk, sir, I really need you to, because your comprehension skills are a little off. I ain't gonna hold you. It's given.
He could comprehend. You know how I know? Because he was avoiding them questions.
He knew what the answers was for real, huh?
He knew. He could comprehend. He knew exactly what was going on. That nigga nigga was glitching out.
I'm crying. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. Like, I just was like, come on. But yeah, that was listen, I'm sitting up here sewing in my hair. I was like, okay, I'm getting the job done, but I was like, at some point, I'm gonna need y'all to drop some coins, family. I'm gonna need y'all to drop some coins because I'm getting tired of him. And another thing, Milk, listen, we gonna get active. You gonna come for public, we gonna get active. Talking about if you in Atlanta, you wanna fight 500 people, That's what it's gonna be. I just want to let you know. It's gonna be 500. Okay.
Them niggas ain't. I be laughing at them niggas, man. The extracurricular shit. When you give it back to him, now he wanna act. Now he wanna play the victim. Oh, you get nigga. You just called me a whole bitch.
Gaslighting for me. It's like people think they can just call you and do anything, and then when you retaliate, oh, you're being disrespectful. You being violent, sir. You don't call me out of my name.
Several times. I let the shit slide for the first like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I didn't even say nothing to it. I didn't even acknowledge it because they always do that. I figured if you don't acknowledge it, most of the time they'll just let it go. But when you react, they keep it up, right? So I just let it go. The nigga kept going and he got worse. Oh, nigga, you okay? Cool. So then when I respond, now it's like, oh, nigga, you ain't my nigga. I don't gotta prove that I'm tougher than you. Like, I don't give a fuck. I just gave you a dose of your own medicine. That's all I did. I don't give a fuck. I'm not tripping. I'm peaceful, brother. I'm peaceful. I ain't tripping. But I know y'all need to stop with the internet thuggery. Just stop with the internet thugging, man. Stop being all dumb. If you can't make a point, just log off. You gotta call niggas bitches and all this. Just go on and leave, man. You done already lost the plot. We not getting nowhere.
Listen, trying to pick a fight in your mama house in the basement, trying to pick a fight with a grown man is crazy work.
Hey, I'm still doing work. I ain't all the way healed. Congregation, I'm still going. Okay, damn. Every now and again, Uncle Pub crack too. I want to slap a nigga too. I ain't gonna even hold you. Most of the time, don't even bother me. Every now and again, I be wanting to slap a nigga. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Nah, if you in the Discord, you know I be wanting to slap all these niggas. Like I ain't. My Discord people really know. They really know. Like y'all really know. But yeah, when I be in public, you know what I'm saying? You can't be out here just like, you can get these hands. You don't want to be Oprah, you know what I'm saying? So you just keep it, you know, it just make for bad TV, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even like going there all the time. You just reserve it for the moments when niggas need to hear it, you know what I mean? So here we are. We have arrived.
They only got two courses of action when it comes to you. They gonna talk about your looks, or they gonna talk about how you gonna catch a fade. That's all they got.
And both of those is weird. And both of them is weird to me. I be more. Nobody's more shocked than my wife here. Nobody be more shocked than me. Nobody be more shocked at the retaliation than I be like, what? I've never. That's never been a reality for me. I'm like, where did this come from? This is some online shit. Gotta be some online shit. But hey, Six Figure, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming up. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. We done sent the invite. Hold on, we got an invite. Knights over King. Yeah, let's go. Knights over Kings, we got him. Come on up. Ah, man, y'all be so scared. Come on, man. Don't be scared, Knights over Kings. All right, I'm gonna mute him. He can come up if he wants to. He knows he's invited. Why y'all be so scary, man? The Discord is not accepting people at this moment. We doing some things in there. Shout out to the best minds in the business. We redecorating that motherfucker. But after we get done, we gonna let everybody back in this thing. It's coming. It's under construction. Don't worry. We working on some things. We working on a thing or two. That's it. We working on a thing or two in that thing. What's the Discord? I'm old. I didn't know what it was either, Miss Chrissy, baby. I ain't gonna even hold you. Somebody, I think like a 23-year-old woman told me I should get a Discord like a year ago. She was like, "You're not in Discord?" I was like, "Discord? What the fuck?" I got up in that shit. I was like, this shit stupid as fuck, man. Never used it. I signed up for it 2 years ago or a year ago, whenever it was. Never used it. And then somebody was like, you need to have a Discord for yourself. And then people were talking about Discord this. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on and do it. And I did it. And the shit been fun ever since. I love it. Yeah, it's an app. I'll tell you the best thing about Discord. Me and Shawnee been working hard, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to the best minds in the business. Hey, the best thing about Discord is the GIFs, the GIFs or whatever, the GIFs. That's the best shit in Discord. They got every GIF under the sun. You type that shit in, it pop up. Every single one. Your GIF game be off the fucking shit, be off the chain. The GIF game off the chain. I love it. Off the chain. I'm like, oh my God. This shit's so funny. Yeah, if you ain't in there, if you in there but you ain't in there, teams. No, sorry, ain't no damn teams. We just be in there yappity yapping. It's not pronounced, but that's why I say I don't know if it's gifts or gifs. But if I say gifts, I figure people would think like gifts with the T. So I said gifts or gifs, so people can know. Yeah. Ain't no teams though. But hey, man, we did it, Joe. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Shout out to the comment section. Best comment section in the game. Shout out to the old subs and the new subs. Best mods in the business. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Hopefully my internet is back up. Shout out to YouTube's. Hopefully the YouTube's is back up. I'm praying. Y'all say a prayer for the YouTubes. I'm gonna get up in that thing tonight. No Diddy.